gotta catch a vibe to the shit. Like, if I don't catch a vibe to the shit, I'm gonna be forcing it. Like, I ain't trying to force nothing, man. This shit. All eyes on me.
Riding in the drop with my lady. AP fresh out the box, it's my baby. Hoes in my inbox on the daily. Might be the ops tryna sweep me, cause they see the watch so crazy. Diamonds on my neck looking kinky. A nigga been hot with it lately.
This one's for my supporters. From all corners. Offshore, cross waters, beyond borders. Got pre-orders from places I can't pronounce, homie. They fucking with math. They counting on me.
Mainstream now is just popularity. Whatever we could get you, whatever you could get your foot in. If Math becomes an actor, that's Math is a mainstream now. If I fucking end up on a Broadway play because somebody sees that, yo, his memory is crazy and he's got this attitude with him and he fits this character that we want to do on Broadway.
Right. And he's perfect.
And we know he can memorize his lines.
Right.
He's the guy for it. And I end up being on Broadway for the next 5 years, but I'm making buku bread because they're like, yo, causing cats. Like, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Causing cats. Causing cats.
You know?
Nobody knows the trouble.
You know what I'm saying?
This Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Yo Jim, I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.
Alright, we back. My expert opinion episode triple question mark. That's what we doing now. Whatever you see at the bottom of the screen, that's what it is. Shout out to all the subscribers. Shout out to all the people watching. If you're a new watcher, hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that share. Let everybody know that you here. It don't cost you no paper unless you's a mom hater. Now I want to say a big shout out to King Shaving. Yo, cool. I've been recommending this to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you got the little connected joint. You need, what I mean? I need you to check it out, though.
See what King Shaving.
So everybody be asking me, yo, Mav, how do you do it, man? Like, how are you, pulling off these wonderful things that you're doing? I gotta say, yo, King Shaving changed my life. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, check that out, bro. Pass it around. King Shaving, they got the King's Elixir and the King's Seduction. That's the new flavor. I love the King's Elixir.
This smell mad good.
Yeah, yo, bro. Wifey, all over me. But yeah, King's Seduction, I really like that one too. So I'm usually allergic to like fragrances and stuff like that, but this works for me fine. All right, so go check it out.
It's all natural?
Kingshavenproducts.com, promo code Hoffa Gang. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one, man.
This is gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one. Of course, you don't see the King in the building, the King with the Q, but I got my man Moody in the building.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? Tailor-made clothing. Right. You know what I mean? I don't got my joint. I'm gonna have my joint on in one of these episodes, but not yet. I gotta save that all black for a special occasion. Of course, you recognize my man Von Jeff. He was in the building for the Method Man episode, right?
Mm-hmm. Listen, y'all don't know this legend right here. Y'all bugging.
I ain't looking too shiny, am I?
And not, see, yo, I'm telling you,
I'm just saying my face and shit. I want to be looking crazy on camera.
Bottle almost gone. We all good in here. King Shaving, baby. King Shaving.
Nigga looking like Chloe on camera.
That shit really do smell like that. Y'all think, look, it's not just for promos. It's real. Got my man Von Jeff, executive over at the Fight Club. Well, when we was doing our thing, you know what I mean? Buddha Chief, CEO, And you got a lot of hats, bro. Like there's a couple other things you got your hands into.
I'm in the community heavy, you know. I've been putting the pen to the paper lately and all kind of shit, you know.
Right.
Right now, I'm just about to express every God-given talent, ability that's given to me and really just start putting it out there. Like, you know what I mean? Leaving this legacy before, you know.
And that's
appreciate life.
One thing I can say about Vaughn is one of them dudes always giving people alleys. When you see Vaughn, if you don't know what's going on with him, he's helping somebody else or helping something.
Facts.
He
helped me start up my expert opinion. In the beginning stages. He helped me build this shit up, man. Invested in everything. So thank you, sir. I very much appreciate you. And for the rest of y'all that's just tuning in, that is not Jay Farrell. It's not Jay Farrell. Just letting y'all know, it's not Jay Farrell.
Left through the alley, like, yo, that's Jay Farrell?
Yo, but that episode went viral.
It did. And it's so funny, though, because the one you invited me to, I just popped up that night.
Facts.
You invited me a whole another night.
Right.
I couldn't make it. And then it's just driving down, like, oh, shit. Oh, this nigga's taping. And popped in, and who it is, my man Meth, man. That was a good one. Though.
Yeah, that one of the clips from that episode did 1,300,000 views.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Meth. Shout out to the big bro.
That's the big bro.
Yeah, man. And we got a legend in the building. Mic check, baricuas on the set. You ain't got no wings in me, cuz.
Dímelo.
You know what I mean? Murder Ave General, NYB brother, Team Homie affiliate. Damn, where we keep going from there? Where do we keep going from there?
I don't know, man. The sofrito chico. I don't know what else.
It's too many. It's too many. My man Cortez is in the building.
Gang.
Cortez.
We got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about because I wanted to talk to you a couple weeks ago. And you said, I'm not talking to nobody. And I said, why you not talking to nobody? He was like, I'm focused, you know? You said a couple other things. I'm gonna talk to you about that later. I need a couple drinks to work that up, but but yeah, 100K tournament. URL.
Let's talk.
They set you up with official first round. A lot of people doubted. You went in there, smoked the boots. Haven't seen official since. No offense, official, but I really haven't seen you since. You know what I'm saying? Jack Boy, second round. Everyone was so impressed by the way Jack Boy took out T-Top. You went in there, smoked his boots, made it another round. You kept advancing. Now, a lot of people had you counted out in the first round. How did that feel?
Super disrespectful. Felt a certain way. You know, it's like two worlds with this battle rap shit. It's like you got the streets, and then you got the internet. With people that came in the streets, like I remember going to the barbershops. It's like the real battle rap fans, like people that like the authenticity. And then you have a new fan base, and I won't necessarily call it the caffeine era, but I'll call it the internet era, where it's like they're being reintroduced to everybody. And I guess I felt like if you're not on that platform, whoever's been on that platform the last year and a half or whatever, it's like people only know them. And it's like, you're going to have to do your research to know there's a lot of killers in here that's not on the platform.
But to be honest, I think it's disrespectful for you to only know them. You know what I'm saying?
It is, but they don't know no better. It's like when we was growing up, if you listening to hip hop, I grew up on the Biggie, Jay-Z, Pac era. I didn't necessarily grow up listening to Slick Rick and Rakim and them until I appreciated hip hop. Then I went back. But at that age, I was like, I know Big, I know Puff. You know what I mean? So I don't fault them for it, but I feel like what happened in this tournament, if anything, that should make you go back and be like, let me see what I'm missing. Because there's a lot of it. Battle rap is a soap opera. And I feel like there's a lot of storylines that you have to understand, and I think after a while you start realizing that only certain battles really count. Everything else is, You know, you had the
Yeah,
rest.
something they just threw out there.
Yeah. Everything else might just be a check. You know, like you remember wrestling. You would have your WrestleManias and your SummerSlams, but then it's the weekend Saturday wrestling that you go to that they don't air on TV.
right.
But your mom to take you to that shit, and you might see Undertaker versus Ultimate Warrior, but it's not on TV, and you like, okay,
Nah, it's not, it wouldn't even be Undertaker versus Ultimate Warrior. It'd be like
Brooklyn Brawler.
Ultimate Warrior versus Silver Lampshade or some shit. You know what I mean? Like some nigga you will never ever see again. You know what I mean? And they'll get out there, do what they do, beat them up, and then they walk out, theme music plays, they out of there.
And that's it, yeah.
Yeah, but you never
They
see
put
like
that under their belt. They putting that win or that fight under their belt that people may have never saw, but it's like they counting it.
Right.
Yeah, they're counting them. And you know, if you don't know that, then you might think, oh, this person beat this person because of this. But when you're in the culture, you know, like, they didn't care. All right, cool. That was a money move.
Right.
What counts is when that money's on the line.
Right.
You know, and I think the tournament really proved that. It's like, oh, wait a minute, he could go that far. I could go further. I just have to care.
Right.
And a lot of us is like that, man. We 10 plus in this shit. You know, you got to find new ways to rejuvenate yourself. You got to find new ways to motivate yourself. And once I got that call for 100K, I said, okay, I'm a rap again.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was. I didn't care who got drawn first. When they said official, I said, good. This is somebody they gonna pay attention to. You know what I mean? And
right.
from there, it was just go time.
So let me ask you a question. You think it's fixed?
Nah, I don't think it's fixed. I think there are scenarios that will play into the favor, but I don't think it's fixed, and I think I proved it that it's not fixed. I feel like someone like Jack Boy proved that it's not fixed because a couple people made it through, you know. But I do think that the seating, how the day that me and Official got selected, we all got selected, right?
Right.
I was the first name picked out of the 16 battlers. Me and Official was the first two picked. So they said, you two guys got to battle. Okay. But once that was set like that, they had their number one seeds. I think Geechee was a number one seed.
Rum was the number
Rum
two?
was a number one. No, Rum was a number one seed. T-Top was a number one seed, and Twerk was a number one seed. And then the other four was supposed to be 4 females. It ended up being 3 females.
Right.
It was another 4. It was actually 5 like newcomers. And then they had their vets, quote unquote, me, Swave, Sirius.
You were the only one out of the vets that stayed.
Yeah. I was also like the 5th seed. Like, so out of the first 4 seeds, then they made me the 5th seed.
Right.
But I felt like also how it was picked, that should have been the bracket. So I was a little leery at first. I'm like, because after me and Official, it was Jerry West and was it Swamp or whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, I want to battle the winners of those. Like, you know, I want that bracket to line up like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. They made sure that the 1 seeds were each conference. You know what I mean? So I was put into the T-top bracket. All right, cool. You know, but
you don't think it's fixed?
I don't think it's fixed.
How did they decide?
How would you decide?
No, I was gonna say, how did they decide the initial battlers to even put in the hat? Like, how did you say?
I mean, they made a certain phone calls. I got a phone call. I got a phone call about it maybe March. The battle started in April. I got a phone call about it in March, but it was. But for me, and I don't know who else how other people negotiate their shit. But I said I'm not gonna agree to it until I know who's in it. You know what I'm saying? And then once they told me the scenario, 4 women, 4 rookies, 4 vets, 4 legends, I said, oh, this is dope. The women are in it. That kind of like made it more appealing where it was like, all right, cool. This is something different. It's never done before. And I think at this point, for me, if I'm going to do anything, I need to do something that hasn't been done before in order to participate in it and feel like there'll be an impact. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
The other the other tournaments was cool. You know, the rookie ones, UM1, the 25K UM2. But when you talking 100,000, and then you talking about the integrating females when there was a big surge for female battle rap. You got rookies. I'm like, oh, this is something. This is like, I could do this. You know, and that was my thing. But how they get it, I know they went through a list of names. And they had to figure out.
I got a call for it. And
actually, I know you did.
Yeah. Who told you?
The same person that called me. They needed your number for some reason. They said that you didn't answer something like that. And they called me and I said, oh. I said, okay. But then when they came back and you wasn't on the list, I figured that was you. You just was like, nah, I'm good.
No, I actually never gave an answer. But, you know, it is what it is. I do find there were a lot of controversial moments during this tournament. Like,
let's break them down. I was there, so like I'll tell
Serious
you what
Jones
was really
versus
going
Rum
on.
Nitty. Who do you feel took that?
Okay, it was Serious Jones and Rum Nitty, right? In the room, it was spooky for Rum Nitty. It was spooky for Rum Nitty. Like
Spooky meaning?
like we was all sitting there like, oh, this he might be out. You know what I mean? Like we was like, oh, Serious might have him.
Right.
The first
I was
round,
watching, feeling that way,
the first round, Rum got. And I was like, okay, this
Right.
is going down.
Round two
But then
and
when
three.
round 2, Serious came, I was like, oh, this is hard. And then that was probably the first close battle, because they battled right after me and Official. That was the first really close battle of the night.
Right.
So we was all watching. Like, and that's another thing with this tournament. It wasn't like I battle and then I dip. Because I don't be chilling with niggas. You know how we do.
Right.
Yo, Chico, send the bread. I'm out. Nah, we sitting there too because I got to see who's serious. I got to see who's taking it.
Yeah,
like,
you
you know
start
what I
seeing
mean?
the competition.
So
Right,
everybody was involved in it. So when we was watching it, niggas was like, oh, this might be close. You know, the third, you know, it was close too. But the people in the room can't have no control over those judges.
The judges. Now I gotta ask about this. One of the most controversial statements in that particular battle judgment.
Was it that one?
Yes. It was shout out to Battle Rap Fanatic. He voted for Rum Nitty. It was a 1-1 situation going into the third. And he said, and I quote, I didn't like the faces Serious Jones was making while Rum Nitty was rapping, so I gave it to Rum Nitty.
That's what he said, though. Man.
That's what he said.
Come on.
That's what he said.
Polo.
But let's keep in mind, Battle Rap Fanatic, he also did a documentary on Rum Nitty. So I'm gonna ask you again. You think this shit is fixed?
See, now something like this.
When I get a chance, I want to comment on
See, something like that, right? Like I was unaware of that until the controversy happened and people were sitting there talking about it, right? So when I seen, I said, okay. But to be honest with you, Serious. to be honest with you,
Yeah.
that's something that's serious. If I was serious, I would have addressed it before the battle. Now, even though they announced the judges the week of,
I don't think he knew that. I think he found out after. But I don't think he knew walking into the situation. So he probably would have requested that, you know.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like no one was aware of that.
Right.
So even when he said it, I remember
No, people were aware, just he wasn't.
before the battle.
Right.
Okay, I wasn't aware.
Right.
I wasn't paying attention to it. I just knew I had no affiliations with anybody like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool. But if I was going against Rum Nitty knowing that, I would have definitely like made an issue about that.
So you find out afterwards. What do you do? Is it over?
It's already too late, right?
I mean,
the judges is in.
the real talk,
The decision is in.
Cortez, I don't like your face.
What?
Like, that's crazy.
I didn't like your face when your opponent was rapping. So I gave it to him.
What that got to do with anything?
Yeah, that don't got that wasn't a good explanation. Now I feel like the judges took a lot of flack that first week, right? People were bombing them. A lot of media. Media did not hold back for them. The second round and the third round, though, I feel like they got it together. Now, granted, you already eliminated 8 people by the time you getting it together.
Right. I mean, the first week is
because
gonna
they
be
said
the-
the swave one was the one that was more controversial.
Yeah,
than
I didn't like that you was getting up in his face.
Yeah, I didn't like that from Minnesota.
So,
Luke, you know.
Yeah, I gave it to the other guy.
But I feel like that was the most controversial one because they already switched the opponents with Twerk and Casey and Swave and Prep. Then you see Casey made it all the way to the end. That kind of was Swave's lane.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was kind of like that. That was the more controversial one where it was like, damn, you know, Swave could have easily made it as far.
Right.
You know, but it's a tournament too. In a tournament, it's the roll of the dice sometimes. You
Is it
gotta know what
fixed?
you're getting. I don't think it's fixed though.
But it's something like to what you said earlier, Cole, as far as like the I'm gonna just say the generational heirs. When you say as far as like the way the fans is now compared to how the fans was back in the day. So I'm looking at it as like, so me sitting home watching it and my background, I'm like, okay, when you got like a new dude versus a dude that's seasoned or been around for a while, I'm listening to what they saying, what they talking about, the content. And it's like the people that's judging, they watch shit all day, every day. I don't. So some of these bars and these punchlines of what they saying is like, I'm not really getting it because he's
it's
saying
too
some
involved,
shit.
like,
He's
it's
so
too-
involved. He's saying some shit that happened probably last year when somebody battled somebody else and you bringing it back to this, making it relevant now.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's not hot to me.
Right.
It's flowing good, but it's like it's not landing. I'm not really getting it.
Right.
So as far as
But
like,
as opposed to something that was going on in the Fight Club, if somebody has said it and they say, oh, like when Jin did this, and you might know that, you might just be like, oh, that's hard. I remember that day.
Right. So, but at the same token, is like so what you saying as far as like, is it rigged or is it some fan favorite type of thing?
I think that. I mean,
think there needs to be. I will say this.
Let's be honest. Let's be
gotta
honest.
balance
I'm
it
gonna
out.
just put everything on the table. I don't hold my tongue for nobody. Respect it or don't respect it. I don't really care. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, my fans expect for me to keep it 100. Because that's what I've been doing. And I've always kept it 100.
And what I will say is this, right? I will say this, right? Because me and P weren't seeing eye to eye, right?
As far as
the tournament, just other things, the bookings and stuff, we haven't been seeing eye to eye all the way, right? So when the tournament came and there was no transparency with the brackets and when there was no transparency with the judges until the week of, I was beefing. I wasn't beefing publicly because they're gonna flip that and try to say, oh, nigga, you scared, it's official, now you worried. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But behind the scenes, I did address some things, you know? And during the course of this tournament, me and P, we fixed those things.
Right.
I just let them know what I didn't like, you know, and it's cool, it's good, whatever.
Right.
You know, but at the same time, I don't think it's fixed, but I do think they need a better transparency where everyone needs to know what's going on as soon as those names are selected, so we know what we're preparing for.
right.
and diversify the judges, if anything, too. Because if you're dealing with people that's like,
It's hard for the judges. I know that for a
It's
fact.
like-
They
like
went through
everybody
math.
is
Hold on,
Math.
man. Hold on.
Math.
Hold on.
They
hold
went
on.
through
'Cause
about
I'm not
15
letting
judges.
I'm not letting niggas slide, son.
Bro, they
Cool,
went
I
through 15
understand.
judges.
You letting niggas slide.
They went
cool.
through. No, I'm not
You
letting niggas slide. I know what
If a
it
judge
was.
says, I don't like your face.
yeah, that ain't
No,
got
that's
something to do with
different.
nothing.
Fan.
No. That's not
crazy.
what I'm saying.
That's a bad judgment.
No, that's
if
a bad
judge
judgment.
says, I don't like you
Getting aggressive,
getting close to him.
That's a bad judgment.
That's a bad judgment.
Part of the culture.
But these judgments work in favor of certain people. And that's what was going on. When I see the first couple matches, and then when certain people battle, the crowd doubles, and now just this side of the room, thank you, baby. Now that just this side of the room is cheering for one person.
Yeah.
How is that happening in a 100K tournament?
Now, last week
that
was
don't
a
make no
little crazy.
sense. That
Last
does
week-
not make sense.
Last week was a little crazy.
That is definitely unfair, in my opinion. Because as far as like, and you know, I said this after the match, and people was like, "Oh, you're taking up for your man. You're taking up." Yo, it wasn't so much that I was taking up for you. I was taking up for everybody who might have been in that situation.
Well, Tone Bro said something, right? He said something in the Casey battle.
Yeah, he did say something. He was like, "Yo, how was all these people here, and it seemed like they cheering for one person?
And he said this is 100K on the line.
It's 100K on the line. That's not fair. Because let's be real, I could put Loaded Lux in a room with Newborn, tell the whole crowd, yo, only cheer for Loaded Lux, and record that battle and it will look like, regardless to
Body,
whatever
yeah.
Lux might be saying, the most out of this world crazy
It'll be a
shit.
Jones and Mook situation again.
Where you like, oh, this is crazy. But everybody's cheering for Newborn, so the people kind of get programmed where they're like, I guess Newborn is saying the hot shit, and Lux is a dud tonight. So when you got 100K on the line,
I think people
and I'm allowed to bring my whole entourage in, and my opponent is from the other side of the country,
And they eliminate
and
him.
he's there by himself, and you got a room full of niggas that's cheering for one nigga. How does that work?
No,
That's not fair.
That wasn't fair, you know, because I didn't walk into the studio when Casey was battling Geechee. I didn't walk in. I was on the outside. I was just rehearsing. I just said, call me when it's my go. But, you know, when I walked in and I seen it, I was like, oh, damn, son. They got mad Crip niggas in here, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, and if they here for
Is
Geechee,
Smack
I know
Crip?
they here for Nitty.
Is Smack Crip?
No, he's not.
Is Beasley Crip? No. Is Chico Crip?
No.
Somebody's Crip, son.
Smack got a CK in his
I don't know.
name.
Somebody's Crip. Something. Smack got a what?
Smack got a CK
Yo,
in
Smack,
his name.
Smack, I gotta see you in some Calvin Klein real soon, bro. I gotta see you in some Calvin Klein, son. I got a Calvin Klein t-shirt. You can throw that on, wear at the next battle, bro. Because this shit is looking crazy. To me, it's looking crazy. It's looking like this favoritism. And I get it. You're always gonna have your favorite gunners. However, in a tournament for 100K, that biasness shouldn't be present. And I feel like that works against everybody. It's almost like saying, fuck everybody else that got in this shit. You know what I mean? We only trying to get these niggas to win. You feel what I'm saying?
The only thing
I
I
don't
can
think it's
say.
the win. I think it's more so like, if what you want, I'm gonna let you slide with what you want. And if the person over here ain't gonna speak up and demand what they want, fuck it.
Right.
So as far as like the people in the room and all that kind of shit, and then it's like the app or whatever type of shit, the fans, you can't really judge what the fans are saying,
Right.
but as far as favoritism and comfortability with one person as opposed to the other, everything should be fair across the board.
It should be.
It should be
It
fair.
should be. However, it's not. It's not.
there's two
And that's
things.
why I can't really.
See this?
You know, as much as I think the two battlers who finalized, they're dope. I don't see it as fair. It's like fake.
Only thing I could say is this, right? And this is me personally. I can't complain too much because I choked, right? It wasn't like I got the rounds out, and it's like
Right.
Cole should have won, and it was controversy like the Sirius Jones
Right.
or like the Swave decision. So
But I gotta ask you, does it play a role? Because I know it does for me. When you walk into a room and the crowd is lopsided,
See,
and you spitting bars, shit that you know is fire, and you're not getting no reaction, you know motherfuckers is not reacting purposely, does it throw off your performance?
it can. It definitely can. Because if you're saying something you know, like when I got to the Patrick Beverly line, I knew that was a room shaker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was crickets.
It was crickets.
So I was like, okay, I know what's up.
It was crickets on purpose.
You know? Yeah. But you know
Yeah.
what though? See, me, how I felt going into the battle, I gotta say how I felt going into the battle.
Right.
I felt like I seen them all there, and I was on some shit like I'm a wild out. Like, and I felt like maybe I was too amped because like I felt that. I didn't feel pressure. I
Right.
wasn't nervous. I was on some shit like I'm a wild on all these niggas.
Right.
That's how we move.
But you do know
it's
that-
also it's 100K on the line,
Right.
and somebody's got to instigate the rules. Now, what I should have did to keep it real, after Tony Bro said that, right when we got our little 5-minute interlude, I should have been on some shit like, yo, I want nobody on stage, me and Nitty. And I could have now if they would have said something, we can't do that.
This
then
is
there
why
might have
I
been an
think
issue.
Mook is so smart.
Because he said that with Tay Rock, right?
He said that with Tay Rock. And I wanted that for me and Geechee, but it didn't happen. You remember the day we showed up? They argued for me bringing in 5 people.
They ain't even let Gad in. Like,
That was crazy.
Now, yo, bro, that crunching is gonna show up on the mic. Cray, I just noticed that you was doing that. That's wild.
My bad.
So, we get there, They're like 5. Nobody else. We walk in. That's 5. By the time we turn the corner and look at that stage,
Niggas was deep. And on
it's
the
like
side.
26 niggas.
So what
I
did you
know
say?
how it looks. Because in that moment, when you're spitting bars, you know, like, if there were fans, if it was like the public.
Yeah.
You know, because some fans will show up for you, some will show up for him. But if they're in the crowd and they like it, they're still gonna cheer.
Yeah.
They're not being told, don't cheer for this nigga. You gotta cheer for me. You gotta make sure I at least get 2 rounds before you start cheering. Or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you feel that type of energy in a room, it does affect you. But I can't complain because it's not 100K on the line.
And you're not judged. It's not
You know what I mean?
judged. Yeah.
It's like, okay, my fans gonna listen to it. They're gonna be like, yeah, Math got that. His fans gonna listen to it and be like, yo, but everybody else is gonna get this influence like, yo, he's saying something crazy when he's not. You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
And when he is
some-
saying something crazy, yeah, okay, I give you that. That was crazy. However, there's a lot of times where it was like, not that crazy. Why is everybody? And I saw that throughout the tournament. I would watch somebody spit some shit that was fire. Fire first round.
Quiet.
Crickets. The next nigga, yeah, they told me this was gonna be a tough one. Ooh, like, you know what I mean? You're like, God damn, take the dick out your mouth, bro. Shit is crazy. Like, I don't know what it is, bro, but I really didn't appreciate that was allowed.
I don't think it should have been allowed. You know, going forward, I feel like they need more transparency with the announcements ahead of time. And you're right. I feel like the no crowds, it should, especially for 100K.
Right.
Because that's a whole different
Situation.
I
is.
want to say something else that I noticed was changed. When the tournament started, the fan vote was announced after the judges' deliberation.
When it started?
When it started.
Okay. Cause I noticed it was before.
After
What
the
you
flag,
mean? What you mean? Like
Hold on.
they would do the judges first.
they would do the judges first and
And
then
then
the
the
fan vote. Then after a while, I saw the fan vote kind of coming out before the judges could say anything.
But they
Cause
can't
that's
see
what
that.
I noticed.
I can see it. They're watching on the app. They can see it. And they'll know, all right, if I have a controversial vote, I'm gonna go through what I went through last time, where everybody talking shit to me. So if the fan vote is this, and I don't want no problems, I could just follow the fan
I know
vote.
us in the studio, we couldn't see no fan vote. We couldn't see no fan vote unless we went on our phone during the battle or something like that.
Oh no, they
So we could see the judges though.
right. But okay, so
We
when you
can see the
when you
judges.
battle Rum, immediately the fan vote was asked for before they talked to the judges. Did you notice that?
No, I was so pissed off that I wasn't hearing nothing. I didn't want to hear no fan vote.
I ain't gonna front.
I
I ain't gonna front.
I didn't want to hear shit.
I ain't
nigga.
gonna front.
I took the water bottle. I threw that shit.
So
Said, "Fuck this
I know
shit."
you was tight.
Ready to get the
I know you was
fuck out
tight.
of here.
I wouldn't even been on stage if I was you.
You don't understand.
I would have been like, man, fuck that nigga. I'm gonna take a piss in the corner of this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo,
you know
I
what
threw
I
a
mean?
water bottle. Yo, I had a water bottle like this big with the ice, right? And I'm sitting there.
You should have threw that at the camera.
That shit, nigga, that shit hit the wall. Everybody looked. I said, Snub said, yeah, man, let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here, nigga. Get me out of here.
Yo, but I gotta say, like this is not me starting no trouble. If anything, there's gonna be people, leave it in the comments if you feel like these things were a little suspicious. I don't care if you're a Geechee fan, I don't care if you're a Rum fan, I don't care what fan you are. I feel like if there's gonna be more tournaments like this, and I know there's gonna be more tournaments like this,
We just got to get it right.
you know what I
Especially
mean?
with this type of chicken.
These little hiccups where we feel like people are being cheated, like just to throw a little mention out there, Frack versus Disaster.
That's a whole different story.
That shit was just released.
That's a whole different
They
story.
are calling for blood now. Like, how did this happen? How was he able to get past it?
But see, that situation, I think that judgment alone discredited that whole tournament. Like it turned off so many people.
And
from
I
that
feel
tournament.
like the same thing happened for URL when people was like, I didn't like your face. I'll never forget that shit, bro. Like, how do you lose a lyrical competition?
Because of your face.
Because of your face, my nigga. Because of your face.
How ugly.
Like imagine Jones home later just looking at his face in the mirror like, what did I do?
Yo,
So 100K, how did I lose?
Yo, Jones was wildin'.
I know
son.
he was tight.
I
I know he was tight.
Wildin', son.
Oh man, but that judgment was crazy. But you know what? With every tournament, there's gonna be a decision that people don't like. However,
Especially as the pot gets bigger.
certain things, listen, I got a different type of mind. I peep these things early. And I'm like, oh, this is what it is? All right, cool. You know what I mean? When I saw that the fan vote was being announced now before it got to the judges, I felt like that was intentional staring for the judges who didn't want to have their inbox full of niggas, full of angry niggas like, fuck is you talking about? You don't like a nigga face. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Niggas trying to redeem
On
themselves.
Freeway say, yo, man, tie. Freeway say, man, y'all niggas is a tie. I said, what?
niggas is like a tie?
Yeah, that was dumb funny.
But
son.
you know what? I respect it because that was probably honest for him.
It was a close battle. I forget what battle it was. It was super close.
Right.
It was like whoever wins. Like you're not even mad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
Was it Jack and Top?
I think it was Jack and Top.
It was one of the battles, but I know it was super close. But
I don't think it was Jones and Nitty.
no, that wasn't Jones and Nitty.
Yeah.
When he said a tie, it was one of them shits. But I was just like, tie.
We could do those?
Yeah, right.
But I just think that moving forward, you know, let's not try to create champions. You know, like let's not stare the people into these narratives.
So let me ask you this,
Right.
and I'm gonna make this assessment because it's just me seeing the traction from the tournament, right?
Right.
Do you think UM3 is a success, or do you think the Ultimate Madness, just the whole thing about it, is it a success?
I think any situation where a battle against 100K is a success. Bro.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, whether you like who won or not, like,
Nigga got 100K for battle rap.
you know what I mean? We still on the level as far as like, yo, we battle rappers, you got 100K out of this shit, nigga, more power to you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just don't like that there's a certain level of favoritism.
I feel like the traction picked up. At least I could say for me, you know, I feel like the traction picked up big, where it was like a lot of people that used to support the battle rap prior, you know, the early years.
Right.
They were also getting back involved. Like, I don't watch battle rap no more, but what the fuck is this 100K shit, Cole? I'm tapped in. I'm downloading caffeine. I'm on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I felt like it's putting us back in a bigger platform
But
or
understand,
plateau.
this
See where it's at
ain't
now is
something.
huge.
No,
this ain't
but,
new.
No. But this is
As far as
the
the
point.
purse you talking about,
This
you
is-
mean.
As far as the purse.
Yeah,
Right.
but
It
no,
ain't nothing new.
No, it ain't new. But what I'm saying is, you know how we've been mentioning that the battlers can't brand themselves if they're stuck on the app, unless they've been one of us that have
Right.
a catalog on YouTube.
Yeah.
I felt like this caffeine, just the notoriety and how everyone was tapped in for this tournament.
Man, niggas hear 100K and be like, what's going on?
Exactly.
100K?
So it brung
What's that?
it brung it back to
Oh,
where you
niggas
can
can win 100K?
It brought it back. It brought it back to where you can brand yourself again. You know what I mean? Without the dependency of the leagues and stuff. You know,
Right.
it was more or less like, oh, nigga got 100K. Yo, I'm down on caffeine. That shit free. Oh, work
Right.
Saturday. Oh yeah, I'm watching.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it brung that, and I feel like that is the biggest. That's the biggest positive of it. You know what I mean? Like we're getting the exposure that we need again.
Right.
Where people are sitting there like 100K from Drake. What? What's going on? Wait.
But people, I've heard people say that, but was there any confirmation that came
No,
from Drake?
man. That's that boy.
But how do we know?
First off, that was in all the articles. All the articles definitely it said it. It wasn't just like a rumor.
When it started?
Yeah, like
when UM3 started?
Yeah, and even the commercial that we had, the initial one, the one that was on FS Sports.
Right.
It says Drake's 100K.
It was Drake's 100K?
Yeah, it says Drake's 100K in the commercial.
Well, I gotta ask you a question. What's to stop a battler from saying, yo, if I win, I'll break up half of it with y'all?
Ain't nothing to stop it. Only thing that's gonna stop it is I will tell you this.
Chico, I give y'all niggas the other half.
Only thing I will tell you this.
Make sure I get my niggas in. Make sure it look good for me. What's to stop that? What's to stop somebody from saying?
I'm like, hold on, like,
what's to stop somebody from
I'll
saying?
tell you this though.
Drake's favorite battle rapper.
Huh?
Who's Drake's favorite battle rapper?
Ooh.
That'll solve a lot of problems for who's winning.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Matchman, right?
Who?
No. Oh no, Twerk is his favorite battle rapper.
And Twerk was out the competition in the first round. I feel like Twerk got cheated.
Why you say that?
I feel like the bars that he did have was enough.
You gotta be able to be clean, man. Come on, you gotta be able to be clean, man. Now that when they would have said it's fixed, nigga, they definitely would have been like, what? It's fixed.
I had a theory that somebody bet $100K that Twerk was gonna choke, and then called Twerk and said, yo, I bet $100K you gonna choke. I give you half of
that shit, just choke real quick.
And then Twerk did it, and he called the nigga in the number change.
One thing I will say about breaking that up, that's $100K tax free.
Right.
Right? So you got to pay the taxes on that.
Who said it's tax free? It's not tax free.
You're getting $100K.
Right.
You're not getting taxed off the top.
Right.
So they give me $100K. I battle Math, right? I tell Math, yo, Math, man, you know, we fam. Whoever wins, let's do 80-20. Right? Look, Matt looking at me like, I ain't doing that with you. He saw his face.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll do that, cool. Right. But you got to understand, I'm still going to have to pay the taxes on the whole 100. So am I really going to break that up with you and you get the tax, and I'm still going to pay the taxes on
if you don't know no better. You don't know no better, you will.
That's an idiot. If you playing with $100K, you do some stupid shit like that.
Let's not act like it's not possible that there are people planning that. Because I did hear you mention that Geechee and Nitty are splitting.
Yeah, I had a whole scheme about that I didn't get to. That I stopped because it was just like, it didn't make no sense after a while. Like I fucked up the battle. So I was like, this ain't even
But it wouldn't be the
right.
first time that happened.
Confirmed?
Confirmed.
Talk to me.
I can't tell you, but confirmed.
That they want to split this, or they split something in the
winners
past?
of a tournament.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
split.
about. I know what you're talking about.
Right. The finalists decided, yo, either way.
50-50 it?
50-50 it.
50-50 it, but that wasn't for 100K. 100K is a big different tax bracket.
Right. You got more people
That's
that you
a way
can pay
different
off.
tax bracket.
Look, man, you know I gotta make it interesting. Don't look at me like, man, be hating. I gotta make it interesting, my nigga. We can't just sit around and talk about
this
other
is what
niggas.
you
Man.
call
Like,
reading between the lines. Like, it's not what's like. So for me, I'm looking at it like, damn, like I actually tuned in because of names like Cortez, Jones, and Swave and all that kind of shit.
Right.
And also to tap into the new era as far as like with the whole app, the whole caffeine, and even some of the new dudes like. I wasn't familiar with certain names. I've heard Nitty, I've heard Geechee and stuff like that.
Right.
And I'm trying to get into like, all right, what's making these dudes so dope? You know what I'm saying? So even like watching it and watching the whole format and the tournament shit, if I was judging, I would have went different ways with certain decisions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not based off because Jones is, I know him, or Swave, I know him. I'm going based off.
Would you have made a judgment off of somebody's face?
Nah, I'm not judging.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
crazy.
judging off no
He's
shit
gonna
like that.
he's gonna keep going back to that.
I'm not judging off
Because
that has nothing to do with your
it's
bars.
so ridiculous,
it has nothing
bro.
to do with your talent, your level of showmanship. It has nothing to do with you bringing to the performance.
Right.
Your facial expression. It's like niggas be saying comments when niggas is battling.
Right.
I can understand if you said that you was talking over when the person was rapping. I can understand that.
Right,
Like that's
right.
disrespectful. Like, but a person's facial expression.
Right.
Like no, I don't know homeboy like that, or whatever. But I'm just like that don't really make no sense like that. a person's facial expression.
It don't.
You know.
Well, what do? I do think that congratulations to everybody. But I'm always gonna be the skeptic. You can hate it or love it. I'm always gonna be the skeptic. I'm always gonna be the one that's gonna look a little bit deeper than a regular person.
All right, so you say you got called for the tournament.
Right.
What were the questions you asked? What was you leery about? What you said you didn't give an answer?
The judgments and the fan vote. I know that it's catered to certain people because, you know, it's about who they see all the time. And I'm not somebody they see all the time. Now, if it was solely relied on judgment, and I knew who the judges are, and I could respect those names, the reputable names, then yeah. But you gotta watch, like, what's the terrain that you about to do battle on. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. It's all going down on the West Coast, and you got West Coast battlers in there? Yeah, I don't know about this.
But you don't think these two things, right? Mm-hmm. Of course, I looked at it the same way. Mm-hmm. It pushed me to the point where I said nothing could be debatable. I have to smoke official. I have to smoke Jack Boy. Even when I was writing for Nitty, I was like, I can't go for the.
That's not from the West.
Yeah, but also, I can't look at it like that, sir, because we done had so many home games though.
Right.
Now it's $100K. No. We never had a home game for $100,000.
I'm glad you said that.
My bad. You know what I'm saying? I never had a home game for $100,000.
There was so many bloggers that saw my shit and they said, well, what about all the times niggas is in New York and it wasn't fair then? My nigga, it's $100K on the line.
And was it judges?
There should be no type of situation that gives someone an unfair advantage. Mm-hmm. Period. Mm-hmm. You want to cry about, niggas having to come to New York? That's where it was popping at. Mind you, a lot of these battle rappers came to New York and got a name. Yeah. They got a name that they could carry home and have respect where they was from. Yeah. So I don't want to hear all that shit. I'm saying if it's a tournament. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not complaining if it's a regular battle. Cool. It is what it is. You know what it is. Basketball players, they got to play home games. Sometimes you might hit a crazy three and boo. Cool, nigga. Because I'm killing where you at. This is what you're going to do. Yeah. But when it's a tournament and you know, like, there's too many distractions. One, you got motherfuckers that watch the battle and read comments at the same time. That in itself, that was one thing that I made sure when I got there was like, yo, turn your phone sideways. Because that shit was always retarded to me. Like, how are you reading comments and listening to intricate bars at the same time? Unless you're someone who does this, I can't even expect you to get half of the shit being said if you're doing that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Turn your phone sideways. After the round is over, you can turn it back, type whatever you want, but turn it sideways. Respect the rappers who are sitting there busting their brains for weeks to entertain.
They don't have the apps on the TVs, like caffeine on the TV. You can just watch it.
I don't know.
You could log on to caffeine and watch it. Yeah, like I could watch it off the laptop.
It's not the same because you're watching the right. So that shit and then knowing that you having like.
And then if you try to watch it with the delay so that there's no skips,
sometimes
you're gonna miss out on the voting.
Because if that stops,
because you're behind like maybe a minute.
Right.
It's like 30. It's like.
You can't vote if you're doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because by the time you get to the end of the battle, that voting system.
So there's too many variables that could somehow work in someone who doesn't deserve it, their favor. Mm-hmm. So no, I think that bloggers need to understand, yeah, we've worked through hard crowds. Everybody's worked through a hard crowd. All the battles wasn't always in New York. Mm-hmm. I battled T-Rex, Averb, Calico.
We battled Verb and Hitman in
Marv,
St. Louis.
Arsenal. Then I started going all around the world with this shit. I went to St. Louis. I battled Hitman and B-Magic out there. I've been to Canada hella times. Like,
We went to
I've done
London.
that.
We went to London. We did all that.
You know what I'm saying? I've done that. That's cool. It's a home game. But when it's a tournament with 100K on the line, I think it's important that the league make it as fair as possible. Otherwise, you just jerking people around. That's it. You got motherfuckers busting their brains, coming up with shit, and there's gonna be a nigga that's gonna walk in there and say ABC, and then 7 niggas is gonna go, oh, that was fire!
So Geechee and Nitty should be completely dolo or known.
They're not gonna do that.
Bro, it's kind of defeating the purpose because those are the
They should've did that from the
motherfuckers
beginning.
who benefited from the shit being
then-
fucked up. You
And
know what I mean?
that
Like,
actual event is
but
different.
Geechee's
It's like
from LA.
Those event is big.
this is what I'm saying.
You think now
He's
Nitty gonna
from
have
LA,
that support?
right? Okay, cool.
You think Nitty gonna have that support now? All them Crip niggas that was there for Geechee stayed for Nitty.
Mm-hmm.
You think now they gonna sit there and be like, yeah, cuz we here for you too? Nah, nigga. Insane versus Nutty, nigga. That's what it is. It's 2 different sets. You get what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be the same support. So even this, Nitty might have that same problem.
But then again, it might be a trash battle because they already know they're gonna split it.
Make sure y'all pay y'all taxes, man.
Okay. On another note, you had stepped away from battle rap for a little while and completed a dope music project.
Appreciate that.
Rest in peace of Meg. I know that a lot of the motivation for that came from Meg passing.
Yeah.
Break that whole scenario down.
Last year, this kind of like the first time I reflected on like my situation or where I was at. And I feel like last year was a year where like I really matured as just a person, as an individual, as a father, as whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, with the whole COVID thing and everything like that, you know, shit got serious for a lot of people, a lot of families, you know. So when Meg passed, you know, it fucked with me, you know, and I had to battle with Saga. It's a great battle. If a lot of people don't know that, especially my third, I dedicated that to him. That was like, that would have been a viral round if it was online, you know? And then after that, I felt like, all right, I gotta do this. Like, you know, like you feel like that pressure to hold it down because, you know, you lost somebody. I wasn't ready, bro. When I battled Nitty the first time, my mom wasn't there. When I battled Easy, my mom was not there, bro. I was fucked up, but I didn't really know I was fucked up. Like, I was just unmotivated. I let myself go. I wasn't doing nothing, bro. I was clamped up in the crib, you know what I mean? Staying to myself. And I thought I was okay, but I wasn't okay, you know? And when I lost that Easy battle to somebody that I felt like I shouldn't have lost, I was like, okay, I gotta chill. I gotta step back, you know? And I was like, I can't be forcing anything. And then, you know, just went to the studio and I saw Big Bro, Meth at the stew.
Yeah.
And I just started getting that motivation, like something that I wanted to do, not something I was asked to do.
Right.
You know, a lot of the times we get asked, yo, Cole, we want you to battle this person. Yo, we got some money for you. A lot of things be money motivated. That
Right.
wasn't money motivated. I was like, you know what, let me, you know, start submitting beats. I started writing and the pen just started flowing, and then I just started working on the album, and it was very genuine, and it was something that it was easily done, like, and it's one of my best shit because it was real. I was vulnerable. I spoke on a lot of subjects, and I wasn't trying to make any type of record. I wasn't trying to make a party record, or
Right.
I was just rapping.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the people, the circle that I formed around making the album, it was just natural, you know. And that was like kind of where I was just like, all right, you know, this is what I need to do. And it really took my focus off battle rap, which I needed. I needed to not be worried about a fucking battle or an interview or anything. You know what I mean?
I take it
and
as
I
like-
do feel like sometimes we have to step back because
Yeah,
we've been
because
doing
it's
this
a
for so long.
love-hate situation.
It is.
You
And
know
with
what I mean?
battle rap, if you're not into it, do not take a battle you're not into. Because it's a different thing. I feel like this is what is shown. You'll get a whole different Cortez when I want to do it. And I think that was something that you might attest to from back in the day. We was hungry in the Fight Club. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you see that hunger, you know, yeah, he want to kill.
Right.
It's hard for us to do that now. And it's no other explanation except the fact that, bro, you've been doing the job for 13 years. You want a pay raise. You want to be the boss. You want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, make it to a certain level. So it's like, if it's not there, then you just sit there like, yo, man, I'm running in circles. You know what I mean? This wasn't the game plan.
Right.
You know, so the album helped me break out that cycle.
Do you think, because I feel like doing music, you feel a lot more comfortable with your art. When you're writing a song, you don't feel the same pressure as writing a battle.
I stay in my lane. I can talk whatever I talk. I know my swag. I know.
But that's crazy. I always connected with your music from day one, though. Like, like from when you even first came to Fight Club, it's like you. Even when you was spitting, it was like, nah, this nigga makes songs. I could tell, like, you make songs and shit like that, and you was dope at it, but then you just kept coming back, and
that first week I went there, I battled like 7 people that day. Those were all mixtape verses. I didn't go in there knowing I was gonna battle that. I battled like 7 people that day. He was like, yo. I was like, yo, bro, I just ran out of, I think I battled Hami Ham at the end or something, and I just ran out of verses. I just ran out of verses. I was like, all right, yeah. We went like 5 extra rounds.
Right.
I was going through my book in my head. I'm like, yo, nigga, I don't got no more 16.
I battled Arliss Michaels at my tryouts.
That's funny.
That was crazy. Yeah, shout out to my man Arliss.
I got a question for you though, right? Because what I noticed now, right, with the whole battle scene, particularly URL, you know who you battling, and it's like you get time to prepare. Where we left off at in the audition process, right? At first, you don't know who you battling. It's just like, you know, it's random. But where we left off with the whole audition process, dudes had time to prepare because it was so consistent where, all right, next week you gonna be battling such and such, and niggas got the chance to prepare. So that's where we left off at. I don't remember battle rap being that. Would you say like where it's at, like it's segue, because once we stopped doing that, it's like then a lot of other leagues started, you know, taking off, whatever.
I think,
do you think it fed off of that?
Oh, I definitely do. I don't know if they knew the internal things, but I know people like Direct and stuff that started the grind time shit, they watched every single battle ever. Yeah. Like, you gotta understand, I have no footage from Fight Club.
Shout out to Direct.
Direct found me because I battled J Focus for Vlad. Vlad had a fucking battle thing called Butcher Battles, and I battled 10 people at what's the shit? The record store that was in
Soho.
But you battled him at Fight Club though.
Who?
In the auditions.
Who? J Focus.
J Focus.
Yeah, but I didn't know him. I didn't know him. I battled him before the Fight Club, bro.
Oh, before.
This is like 2006. I battled 10 people. I made it to the end, and I lost to Cyanide because I ran out of verses again. Right? But I was clearly the best rapper in there.
Right.
And some dude just filmed it on his phone, and he just filmed the one battle he filmed on his flip phone was me and J Focus, and I smoked him. And then J Focus ends up becoming 106 in Park champ a year and change later. And people are researching him, and while they researching him, my battle pops up. I didn't know that battle was on YouTube because I didn't know nothing about YouTube.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Direct is on a comment. Wow, J Focus is dope. He's the 106 in Park champ, but who's Cortez? And he went to 106, met up with J Focus, and J Focus gives that nigga the number that I gave him that day. That my number's never changed to this day. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't ask me like, yo, cool, I'm gonna give this guy your number. He just gave Direct my number. Direct kept calling me, bro. I kept getting an Orlando number for like 2 months.
Right.
I'm like, yo, who's this? I picked up one day, you know what I mean? And he says, yo, I'm starting this thing called Grind Time. You know, we got World Star Hip Hop. I'm like, word, yeah. Yeah, man, I want you to battle this guy named Complex. Yeah, all right, what, when? Oh, August 31st. All right, cool.
Right.
I banged it. I didn't never prepare for that battle because I just had verses.
Yeah.
So, man, we gonna go. Me and Rilla just went. Yo, Rilla, come with me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't preparing. He prepared for me, though. Because I think in the battle, he mentions, oh, and you battle J Focus. And da-da-da. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, how does this nigga know all this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it definitely started from that because he called me weeks and told me he already had it mapped out. I didn't know what it was. Hollow Battle, J Focus that day. They prepared and they was like scared, and I was just sitting here like, oh, these niggas is ranked, huh?
The same day?
That's the day I met Hollow. Yeah.
Wow.
My first day in grind time.
Wow.
We battled in a boiler room.
Yeah. Why did you bring Hollow around us?
Mav, stop it. Hollow was your favorite battle rapper.
Well, why did you
said
bring
why?
Hollow? Why did you bring him around?
First off, Mav, you stop. Hollow's my favorite.
Yo, I gave him props, but I didn't know who the fuck he was until you brought him around.
Mav, stop.
I didn't know who the fuck he was,
Mav,
bro.
you didn't like me. You ain't trust Puerto Ricans.
No, H didn't trust Puerto Rico. And you know where that comes from.
H is the coolest. That's the bro right there.
Listen, man, this is
So hold up. So how did it go
street
from
stuff.
how
It's
did
street
it
stuff.
go from NYB to now you Team Homie? Like what?
No.
He's not team.
I was there when they started it though. I was there like in one of the grind time battles. I met Ike and Swave,
Right.
and I battled Mars Jelton that day.
Right.
But grind time was a lot of weirdos. I just didn't fit in with those weirdos, so I'm chilling on my dolo shit. With I think Reezy was with me and my man Justo smoking a blunt in the back, and we not associating with nobody because all them niggas was weird to us. Like we was the only hood niggas in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, whatever. Ike and them is the only dudes that kind of like we clicked with. You know what I'm saying? In that battle with Mons Jelton, you hear Ike saying Team Homie, and I'm like, yo, what is that? And he's like, yo, that's some shit. And with PH, I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
PH.
saying? So you know,
PH is the bridge.
that exactly.
Right.
PH was the bridge, and it was cool after that. I was like, all right, but I knew that I had I had Murder Ave, I had my own shit, and it was just like, you gotta learn, you gotta understand what branding is. I didn't understand that at that time. So, I was like, yo, Swave, that's your thing. But family, always family. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's how that happened.
Yeah. But it was a lot. It was a lot in the beginning. But yeah,
Too
why'd
much.
you bring him around?
Because the nigga was fire. He was fire.
Uh-huh.
You was coming around. Everybody was coming around. He acted like I just brought him around. I brought him to block work. You was coming to block work. DNA was coming to block work. Clips was coming to block work.
I remember seeing
And
DNA.
and to be honest with you, rest in peace, Fred. He opened a lot of doors for all of us, and that's how we all kind of got cool at block work.
Yeah, that's kinda true.
Corey Guns, Remo, they was always working in the studio with Fred, but they opened the doors for me, Math, Clips, and they didn't have to. Let's keep it real. We wasn't that cool, but everybody got cool like that.
No, but I knew Fred probably from back.
I knew Fred back then
with,
too.
Clark Kent.
Yeah, and then y'all used to do the pyramid because y'all did the pyramid shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I remember.
But no, I mean, I'm not. What was the name of the studio?
Oh,
Block
Forsyth. Oh, you talking about?
No,
You saw the shit in LES that I saw you in?
There was a studio right on Church Avenue.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was Clockwork.
No, nigga, you talking about on Full where I saw you, where you did the video at the end of the Smack DVD with all the jewels?
No. There was a studio right on 31st and Church that Clark Kent had. He was working. Yeah, he was working with another.
What do you mean church? Church where? In here?
In Brooklyn.
In Flatbush?
Brooklyn, yes, in Flatbush.
Oh, nah, I don't know that one.
That's where like I started seeing Fred around like Clark then, and then when Clark was working with Dame Dash, like I started seeing Fred coming around, and then one day, we did the Cypher thing, and I was like, oh shit, this nigga's retarded nice.
Yeah, Fred was different.
Retarded nice, and he didn't want to stop. I was like, all right, nigga, I'm good. I'm good. You got it. Like rest in peace of Fred,
recently
man.
that I felt the way about. I seen Fred and Goods at a J Hats Faces in the Crowd showcase one time. This when I was on my scouting shit. I hollered at Fred and I hollered at Goods. Fred was like he wasn't with it, even though he was insane with it. Goods was like he wasn't really with it, but now I see Goods fully into the whole battle rap shit. I'm like, damn, why he ain't never?
He's not fully into it.
nigga got mad battles.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
not
talking
like real.
as far as back then,
like-
like to see him, then I'm like, damn, I want to get this nigga on Fight Club.
So Goods never did Fight Club?
Nah. I would love to battle Goods.
I spoke to him about that today.
Today?
I was trying to get to the convo when I was telling you earlier.
Yeah? So what
Remember
happened?
I told you earlier that I said I spoke to him.
Yeah.
Man, Bulls in your court, man.
No, it's not. It's a lie.
Bulls in court.
That's a lie. Yo, Cortez like to be cool with these niggas for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I look at these niggas like,
I was doing it.
A fucking turkey sandwich just walked in. A fucking 10-piece nuggets just walked in. These niggas is food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking at it the same way Cortez. Cortez wants to be cool with these niggas. I don't want to be cool with these
But
niggas
you have,
no more.
you have a friendship with him though, right?
What, with Goods?
Yeah.
We had a friendship.
It's deteriorating.
We had a friendship.
It's deteriorating.
Now
Their
it's just
friendship
it's just I want to tell you who you are in front of a crowd of people rather than any other bullshit that could come out of us having bad energy.
What is the underlying thing with you? Like where did this start from? Let's really get into this.
I've done this too many times. Bro.
I need to know.
I seen he was on your show though.
Yeah, he was definitely on the show. I think the thing with me is there was a certain amount of reality that I always felt I can't go past this. I can't fake. I don't want to fake front, do none of this funny shit. And when things got real a couple of times, I realized how people was moving around me. Mm-hmm. And you know, like anybody else, you would always want to have the strongest people, the most connected people, the most determined, the most loyal people around you. Mm-hmm. When you see the wavering, there's a rule in the Bible for war, right? That if you are faint of heart, don't even show up because it's contagious. Mm. You feel me? There are other rules about backbiting, sowing discord between brethren. So if you're gonna if I'm gonna stand up and talk to Von Jeff today and he's talking to me about you, and I go back and I throw some extra spice on it and I bring it to you, I'm trying to create a problem between y'all. There's certain things that I just don't rock with. And I realized, like, you know, it just didn't line up as important things for everybody else. Mm-hmm. So I started creating distance between certain people once I peeped certain situations. Now, friendship is one thing. Association is a better description.
And I think a lot of people get that misconstrued in this industry.
Right.
People think this your man's. That's not your man.
Right.
You know that nigga because you rap. I think that's a big
answer. That was a clean political answer that you gave, though.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I like
no,
you saving
because
shit for the battle. You saving some shit for the battle. I'm like, hold on.
It's not necessarily that. I gotta put it in terms where a fan of Goods would understand rather than try to see the hole in my story. You dig what I'm saying? Mm. So you'll understand that. That makes sense to everybody. You know what I mean? Rather than, no, you was probably wrong in that situation. Nah, it is what it is. But I still feel like there's still a level of respect there. Mm-hmm. It's just now I just want to battle you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get out the way.
We let's get this out the way. Right. And then maybe we can mend everything else because you know what I mean? Just get it out the way. Because it's not like it's real beef. It's just we cool, nigga. But I still want to kind of put you in your place.
But see, that's the competitor. That's more the competitor.
But the thing with Goods is I don't think that he can battle somebody who feels like that about him.
Do you just feel this way because you feel like no one's really clearly beating Goods and you feel like you might have the game plan, the blueprint, and you sitting here like, y'all niggas just doing it wrong?
Oh, no, you got it twisted, Court. It ain't about that. It's about me just getting to say what I want to say, bro.
Man just
That's
wants
it.
to say
It was
certain
the same
things.
thing with Hollow. I walked into the Hollow battle feeling like,
I think that's a completely different.
no. It's not that different. It's not that different. Because again, it's that line of friendship and associate. Friendship and associate.
that bridge is
and
burnt.
I'm not going to play with
But
that.
that
Hold on.
bridge is burnt.
Right.
So
but
y'all
this
was
is what I'm saying.
associates,
Hold on.
though? You and Hollow was associates?
Nah, they was more than associates.
That's what I
Wait,
definitely
that's
more
what I
than
thought.
associates.
but this is what I'm saying. With everybody that I had a friendship with, and Cortez can attest to this, once we started to have problems, they kept telling the public that we never had a friendship.
Oh, okay.
Like, cool.
Well, I do remember that.
Clips,
Yeah, I do
You know me
remember.
and Clips was cool, but he'll tell niggas we was never friends like that. You know me and Hollow was cool, but they'll tell a camera we was never close like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing with this other situation. So now it's like, nah, I just want to say what I gotta say. Just like I did for all those other situations. I just want to say what
But
I
that's
gotta
how
say.
it is in other situations. Even if it's basketball, you're going to keep calling that person out until you get that person get on the court with you.
Right. And I'm not
Even
stupid. I know we'd make a lot of money. Period. So it is what it is. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And that's the competitive side of me keeps everything else at bay. Because I feel like sometimes I'll put that ahead of things that I should put in front of it.
And that may,
You
be
get
a
what I'm
certain,
saying?
that may be a person on a certain level that you just never battled. And you're like, you know what? I wanna see what that's about.
Right.
Like I want to just clear the air.
That's it. I just want to.
I put goods.
I want to see what it look like.
I put
Take another
goods up
shot.
I want to
there.
see what it look like. Let's see what it look like. You know what I mean? What do you feel? What do you think that would be like?
I think that would be a crazy battle.
Yes, I agree. I think that'd be crazy.
Goofing around though, what we was talking about with me and Goods earlier in the interview, what we was talking about was people that you would split the 100K with or do a deal with, and we were just naming battlers. Either we would do it or not. So
Right.
he was like, "Would I do that with Math?" I said, "Yeah, I would do that with Math." What we said was, without making the arrangement, let's say I get the 100K, who would I break off? So he was like, if I battle Math and I won 100K, without us even talking, I'll probably pull you to the side and break you off some bread.
No.
So then when I asked him, he was like, no. Like from that, he was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, damn nigga, you said that fast. He's like, no, I'm not, I wouldn't break that bread with Math.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. I said, man, y'all niggas got
No, some niggas just don't want to see you shine, bro. They want to feel like, you know, like they got it doesn't make me like feel so much special. Like, oh, I'm doing so much better than my peers. That's not like a thriving point for me. You know what I mean? My thriving point is I want to make these people up here my peers, and I want to help my peers come up here. But some people are satisfied with just being better than the other people they're around. And I feel like that's more Good's character. That's why he wouldn't break that bread with me, because it's like, why am I giving you something that you got shit?
Would you break it with him?
Oh, I don't care.
Regardless.
I don't care, bro. That's not something I actually, he knows this. I presented him with a situation that both of us can make some bread. And just out of pride, he turned it down. What do you do at that point? Stand right here and let me just scream in your fucking face for half an hour and deal with it. You know what I mean? Go home and deal with it. And we both get paid off the shit, whatever. You know what I mean?
You prefer it to be on
Is there anybody you would turn down for a certain bag because how you feel?
I've said that I battled disaster, bro. And you knowing me, pardon, you knowing me, knows like that's like going against a lot of things that I feel in here.
Yeah, your morals, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not at the point where I don't understand what I'm doing. I don't understand what I'm here for. I understand my purpose. My purpose is to not, one, use my talent and influence people. Whether it's to guide them in the right direction or whatever, that's up to me. But if I can show somebody that, yo, you cannot be this way. Even though it's going against every bone in my body, you cannot be this way. And you can use your talent, you can use your art to kind of get your message through. If I could show people that, it's a beautiful thing. The satisfaction that I felt after some of those situations was euphoric. Whether people thought I won or lost. You could say I won, you could say I lost versus Sirius Jones, the rematch. But the way I felt, knowing it was done, it was over, great. Same thing, Charlie Clips, great. Hollow, even though I ain't dap him, and I kind of regret not doing that, a little bit. Kind of regret not dapping him. But that was just a level of, this is how I feel. This is like, I'm not lying to you when I'm up here saying this shit. I'm not making this up. I really feel like this. But I wish I would have dapped him, because I know like, that would have made him understand and accept it even more. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But that's how I feel. I feel like this is what I'm here for, to express myself in this way. You know what I mean?
But I think that's why niggas can't fuck with you, bro. And that's how the conversation that we have, you know, when it's just me and you, the evolution that you're going through to even come to a space like that. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it right now, like on some other shit.
Well, you did that with those too. You set the bar when you just battled.
French and Jim just did a record. You got niggas that had situations that's doing music together right now, bro. Like niggas is evolving and realizing like the bag is in a whole nother space. So as far as you doing that, I commend you on that. Especially, you know what I'm saying? That's real shit. That's evolving. You see how you see some people grow up on TV? You grew up in front of the YouTube on camera, bro. You evolve. So it's like a lot of niggas will hold whatever feelings they have and not even address another man. Like, yo, bro, all right, what we had is what we had.
Right. But that's man shit.
That's man shit, exactly.
And that's why I feel like it's missing. That's why I would prefer to do it that way. Like, yo, let me introduce you to some grown man shit. You talk that grown man shit, let me really introduce you to some grown man shit. You feel me? It is what it is.
Nah, but you in his situation ain't, you talking about goods, right?
Yeah.
You in his situation is not as deep as a Disaster or a Jones or a Dose type of situation. You know what I'm saying? For you to like hash whatever y'all had with that. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is what I mean as far as the evolution. That growth on camera means a lot that some people may not be able to understand. Like you're saying, it's the grown man shit. So it's like, you know what? I could be in the same room with niggas. I already dealt with that shit. I ain't gotta speak to the nigga. I can say what up to the nigga, but I ain't gotta feel uncomfortable in the room when niggas is in the room together.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's not me. But I know, you know, for certain people, that's what it is. They just feel that uncomfortable. That's why a nigga would answer that like that. Like, no, nothing for him. But be on the phone with me, laughing. You feel what I'm saying?
Do you think he'll take a battle?
I don't think so. I think that'll probably be a bad decision for him.
I think the bag that y'all had, you know, we know what it was.
I think the perception means more to goods than the reality.
The perception of turning it down.
The perception of anything means more than the reality. So a person like me who's gonna show up with a big bag of reality is something you would run from, because perception means more. What I can make you believe that's not true is more important than what dealing with the truth and accepting it. You feel me?
I think as far as like the imagery of like, nah, I ain't battling that nigga. I think
that's what he's saying though. He's saying it more like, even if you're sitting there like, yo man, I could get this bag right now, and this bag is a big bag. The fact that I could look like I turn it down looks better when someone's sitting there like, yo bro, why would you turn that down? You need that, or you could use that. I mean, not even say you need that, you could use that.
Right.
And instead it's like, nah. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying there.
I'm too big for that.
Yeah, it's like
like the Cassidy situation. I got called for the Cassidy situation. We didn't hash everything out. There's a lot of things going on. Mama Hoffa was going through what she was going through. By the time I got back to him, you know, the shit was already moving, but I still needed certain information to be like, yeah, I'm gonna sign up. Because I had that opportunity and I was like, well, I need to know more about it. But Cassidy took it like I turned it down. Goods got the call for it. He felt like he needed to do a blog saying that he turned it down. You feel me?
Okay.
Like, for me, that's not important. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna support them brothers and what they doing, this, that, and the third. Once that...
But you got the call for URL initially?
No, I got the call for Cassidy with the thing that he's working on.
Okay, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go support that, whatever it is. These are my peers. You know what I mean? I'm supporting them. He felt like it was important to drop a blog saying, I turned it down. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that perception means more than the real shit. The real shit is working with your peers. Getting past that. For him, it's, I turned it down. You feel what I'm saying? Like, seeing a headline like that, it's like, what's that? Is what it is. Who do you feel like is that battle for you? Like, on that level? Do you have a battle like that?
I feel like the only battle that matters at this point is Rajon. You know?
Who?
Rajon. You know?
Who that?
You know, Susie. We're gonna call you Susie this whole
Susie?
episode.
Susie?
Susie.
I saw Susie a little while ago.
Saw Susie a little while ago?
Yeah. He was sitting with his girl, with his homegirl, his bestie.
Yeah?
And they was saying some crazy shit. I walked in the room, I was like, hey, you.
The mermaid,
You got ketchup on your skirt.
right. The
You got
mermaid.
ketchup on your skirt. Shout out to Head Ice.
Ice cold.
Shout out
I
to
said, y'all
Head
niggas
Ice.
felt the mermaid.
Shout out to Head
Y'all
Ice.
throwing back in the ocean.
How do you feel about, again, another situation where it's like, if I can keep the perception alive that you can't beat me without proving it, I'm gonna do it. I feel like that's...
I feel like to be honest with you, I feel like those get out of jail free cards is a dub now with him because it's been so much fuck ups on his end that it's like, yo, bro, we don't know what you're gonna come with. We don't know when you're gonna prepare. We don't know anything. You talk a crazy game, but like you haven't shown us, you know, that upper echelon in a long time.
Right.
You know? And I just feel like, you know, there's people, especially now, we're just working. Consistency. Consistency kills. I'll tell people this all the time. If I got haze, you might have some super sour and all that, but if you ain't got it all the time, this phone is gonna click for the haze because it's consistent.
Right.
I'm on the block. Oh, Cole got the loud. I'm coming through. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna click. So yeah, you might have some shit here and there, but if you're not consistent, the consistency is always gonna win. You know, and I feel like with him, you know, he shows his flashes here and there, but then it's just like he bullshits. He shits on the culture. He doesn't take nothing serious.
Right.
And he has a fan base that will just cover up for him. You know, but at this point, I just feel like the demand is so high. People ask for it. People saying, yo, this is it. You know? And I mean, it even got to the point where people were saying, yo, Cole, you win the tournament, you doing him the favor. You know? So it was like, you see how the tables turned. And the tables turned, not just because of me, it's because of what you've been doing. You ain't been doing your job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You fucking Stephen A. Smith now.
Right.
You know? So it's like,
And that's crazy, because I don't think he's Stephen A. Smith. He's more like let's say Tyrone Hill got a position. You know what I mean? Like
Ryan Hollins. Ryan Hollins on ESPN.
Ryan Hollins. You know what I mean? He's like like he's not Stephen A. You know what I mean? He's somebody who failed at what he was doing. Now he's criticizing other people.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of crazy. You know, I don't, like I say, man, you know, this is the thing. And this is what I really want people to realize. Like, I don't take pride in stepping on the next man's work. Like, I don't take pride on shitting on what the next man's doing to feed his family.
Except him.
Except him, because he makes a career out of that. And he does that. You
Right.
understand? And I feel like that's the fucked up shit. Like, I feel like, yo, bro, you be kicking niggas while they down. Not just me,
Right.
anybody. You
Right.
know what I mean? And to be honest with you, that shit is fucked up. That shit is whack. Like, you cutting niggas checks. You know, you might not realize that the way you talk about somebody can fuck up their bag.
But you know
you
what
fuck
it
up their
is?
negotiation, you fuck up all that. And
I
if you
feel
make a
like-
career of that, then you gotta come outside.
I feel like, you know, it's like that kid that was talking shit to what's the quarterback for the Panthers? Well, he was
He
with the
was
Panthers.
talking to Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton. I feel like he's that kid. You know what I'm saying? He's that kid. I just want the attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just show me the attention. Show me the attention. I'm going to say these crazy things to you, but I really respect you. I really love what you're doing. Just show me that attention. Because, you know, if you was to walk in the room and scream in his face, you know, he's just going to move his head to the side and kind of like
See, this real.
extend his watch
This real.
and try to offer it to you or something like
This
that.
real
You know what I
too.
mean? Like, I don't think that it's you know, it ain't what it is with him. You know what I mean? But I would like to see that battle. But I ain't holding my breath, bro. I'm not holding my breath.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
You know, like I tell people all the time, man, you know, y'all know what work I come with, especially if I'm prepared, especially if I want a battle. You know what type of work I'm gonna come with. You know, when Susie decide to take off the suit and tie and say they want to jump back in. I seen a tweet earlier today.
But see, I think when you say stuff like that's not what I want to. I kind of want you to be past that shit.
I've been past it. A while
Right.
ago, I had said I'm not chasing him.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not chasing him.
Right.
You
But
understand?
I don't know at this point why you want to battle.
Oh, I want to kill him.
Why?
I want to embarrass him.
You want to embarrass him.
I want to embarrass him.
Why?
Because it's like somebody talk too crazy. That's the Brooklyn in me. Yo, you been talking too crazy.
Why not
boy.
just slap him?
I want to get paid to embarrass him. I don't want to just slap him.
I'm just curious. No,
I wanna get paid.
why
I wanna get
he's got
paid.
options?
I want to get paid to
Right.
embarrass him. I don't want to just beat him up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Have
man.
you ever thought about it though?
Very, very much. It's been a couple times. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I remember Gnome 1.
Yeah.
Gnome 1.
Uh-huh.
He has said. He
It
said.
is crazy. It is
That's why we had the pool
Gnome 1,
table.
nigga.
It is crazy. But,
Gnome
why we
1.
had a
Yo,
pool
yo,
table,
this is
bro.
Gnome 1.
but I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. Yo, I don't know if y'all know this, but like, there's like two different types of battle rappers, right? There's like niggas that really came for something, and then niggas that make it sound good,
Manufacturers.
right? So when you get around the niggas that make it sound good, they'll kick your back in all day online. But when they see you, it's like smiles,
Well, that's your
jokes.
line, the online and the real
Right,
life shit.
right.
Yeah.
Like niggas will bullshit you. Like the fake niggas will bullshit you all day rather than just say, I don't really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know it and see it and be like, yeah, nigga, what's up? What you doing later? Oh yeah, hit my phone. And you just looking at him like, you's a fake ass nigga. I ain't gonna hit your fucking phone. Like, you a clown, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you even do, you know what I mean? This shit crazy. This shit
We'll
is crazy.
have those conversations after an event. Me and you, we'll be like, yo, so them niggas is
Right.
cool? Like, yo,
Right.
we saw them niggas.
We
just
I
be
mean,
like, all right,
it's a mutual
is.
respect lyrically, but for me, if I can't feel what you're saying, or I don't feel like that ain't come from you, it came from somebody else. You just know how to dress it up good because you were searching for some sort of acceptance from people. So you made it your duty to be good at this.
All right, so this is a bigger question.
It wasn't
So-
about expressing yourself. It was about being accepted.
All right, but
Because
this
some people's motivations for rapping is to be accepted.
in a group.
Right.
And that motivation could be so strong that they become really, really good at it. And then there's other people that's just looking for an outlet to express themselves.
They don't
But
give a
then
fuck
you can
about
see the
nothing,
bullshit
and-
though. You could be dead nice, but that don't mean I'm gonna accept you as a person though.
Right.
To say Now you with us.
No, there's a lot of
How does that
there's a
happen?
lot of battlers or people that I've met that I was like, damn, I fucked with him as a rapper, and then I chill with him and I be like, damn, he's a bozo.
Right.
Like a bozo.
Like who?
I'm talking about like a
Like who?
straight bozo. So.
Like who?
But does it? But
you trying to
listen. Does that get you to the point where it's like, you know what?
I'm not trying to lie with him. I'm not
Does that
trying
get you
to
to
lie
the
with him.
point where it's like you want to fuck that person up?
But I just sit there and be like, yeah, this nigga move like a bozo.
Right.
You know what I'm
can't
saying?
fuck with him.
I mean, yeah, like, I mean, even before the math shit with Diz, I always knew he was a bozo. I never got cool with him. Like, I was there when he spit in Earth's face. I was there when he did certain things. And I would just sit there and be like, paid you $300, nigga, and you here in London on $300 and you mad that all of us is getting bans? You're a fucking bozo.
Right.
How you spitting in his face for?
Right.
He because you mad because you sharing stocks in total slaughter? Like
It wasn't
like,
all of y'all in the total slaughter shit together, right?
Right.
Yeah, but those were times where you started realizing
You get to see
who
the
was
personal- the
bozo.
personality,
I keep it
the
a buck
personal
with
shit.
you. I keep it a buck with you, and I think Math the same thing. In the house, I started liking T-Rex more. I was like, I fuck with this nigga.
Right.
We didn't fuck with T-Rex. We didn't fuck with him at all. After the house, I was like, it's kind of cool, so I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was the reverse effect. But you know, there's some people that you should sit there and just be like, yo, nah, what y'all niggas doing? So I'm out.
Away from this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'll be
Yeah.
honest. And this is a moment. This was a moment in life for me. I had my own room. I was the only nigga in the house.
With his own room.
I had his own room. I had my own room, bro. Sleeping. Mook wakes me up. I'm like, what the fuck? And this nigga's like, yo, come get on this song. Come get on this song. And I'm like, this nigga serious? Like, for real? Oh shit, this nigga serious. And I hear the song, it's everybody else in the house on the joint. And we get to talking, me, Rex. I know you.
You came to me after because Joel Ortiz came in the room.
Right.
And he's talking to Mook for a little bit, and Mav goes to me. Yo, I don't really know, son, if this is a setup or what the fuck is going on here right now. So this shit is type weird.
This shit was weird. It was weird, bro.
Yo,
It was weird.
Vaughn, I'm in the
For
crib,
me,
I'm like, yo,
it was
man.
weird. It was like,
Mav
I
was
thought we were
like,
on this side of the fence.
Mav was like,
That switch.
you know what I'm saying? Cause like, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm sleeping, but I'm not really sleeping. Like I'm still on point type shit. I'm like, yo, man, we in the house, man. We in Brooklyn too, bro. Don't even
right,
worry about it.
but that unifying factor was, yo, just express ourselves. You know what I mean? And it made me respect a lot more the sign language going on. For those of you that don't know, Spaces behind the camera, like, what is that? What are you saying? So yeah, so like a moment like that, and then I get up, I hear it, and I laid my verse down. And years later, I bring it up to Rex, and Rex remembers the verse.
No, he knows the verse because he knows my verse too. He's like, oh, cool. You said to stock with the like he knows it.
Right.
I was like, Rex, that might come up in one of his battles. You know, Rex just goes through the next 8 verses. He's got 8
Right.
verses for all of
Right.
us.
It was actually a joint, the I'm Nice joint that LL Cool J dropped. We was all on it before that, and I guess LL
It was a
heard
Ron
it.
Browse beat, right?
Yeah, LL heard it. He used it, and then Mook or whatever was on this shit. But y'all, you got that song?
No.
Man, nobody.
I didn't know it was that beat. You know that beat. If I gotta hear that LL joint now, and I know
They
once I
shot
hear
a
it, I'm
video
like,
for
oh,
it and
shit.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that. I did not know that.
But you kind of get this camaraderie through the art of it. But on the outside of it, you know, some people are just they want you to believe they're something that they're not, and that perception is just weird to me.
I also think that comes with the transition, bro, because we came from this era. We came from a whole different era. And it was weird. I think that the whole transition from
You had to be
the
outside.
corner store, the barber shop,
Right.
to a studio setting. How did you feel walking into that caffeine studio setting? Because I know that was a bug out for me.
That's
Like
the
really,
whole
even
set.
though y'all battled on the outside part, but you see the inside part. Like it's like, damn, this is what it really came to. Like this is different. Like you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's different for me. I've been on Fox and all that shit. So
I had a movie with Danny
you know
Glover,
that
but
shit
go
out
ahead. The drummer coming out soon.
Congratulations!
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Congratulations! Congratulations!
You know what I mean?
That's
dope, man. That's
That's
dope.
dope.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Danny,
Right.
I told, Danny.
But I meant what I said in the battle when I was like, yo, change this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, Smack, you paid for this? The stage is lit. Let me give you some advice, nigga. Change this shit. Because I felt like the authenticity of it is missing. It's missing, bro. It's not.
You're never gonna get that feeling back though. You're never gonna get the
I'm
barbershop.
not gonna say that.
They've tried to do
I'm not
little
gonna say that.
one-offs
I'm
in
gonna-
barbershops and shit. That shit don't look the same.
Nah, I don't want to. Not the barbershop shit. I'm just saying like the streets, the feeling, the crowd. Like I felt like the crowds, the crowd battles that he used to do in Atlanta, it had more of a real feel than that stage setting. That stage setting just doesn't appeal to me.
What, in the RBE setting? In like you and Clips?
In the RBE, not necessarily.
Well, you got to consider prior COVID too, though, because COVID changed the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So-
But I still feel like it shouldn't be that fake. You know what I mean?
You mean like the lights, the setup, and like the professionalism? Like,
Right.
that's like
Like,
take
okay,
event-
50 Cent,
event
a 50 Cent mixtape versus Before I Self-Destruct.
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
You
it's
dig what I'm saying?
Like,
that
yeah,
feel like that
Right.
grittiness and
Hearing him with Justin Timberlake and then the fucking mixtapes that you know they ain't go to a professional studio for, but this shit was just fire. You know what I mean? Like, it's different.
So what event did you feel like captured that, if any, from back in the day, from now? They'd be like, yo, that event, just the aesthetic and everything, the feel, the fans, the bar, like what event?
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything
from what-
about that was dope.
because you that's just not there.
For me, watching like the interview we did with Nems, right? And the mind frame that Nems had put me in is like not the new building, but the first building with Fight Club. When you didn't know who you was battling.
Right.
Nobody's really
pool
reciting.
table.
Nobody's reciting your lyrics, but the room is packed. Niggas is burning. You got the celebrities. You got Peter Host. That atmosphere is like, it's cameras is there. It's a production, but that feel of like that tightness, that grittiness.
It was
is
a
like,
production, but it
But it
wasn't a
was gritty.
production.
No, it was
It
one
was
camera,
gritty.
one
You know what I mean?
angle.
There was so many things you
one
didn't
angle.
want on camera that was there.
Right.
You know
and
what I
it
mean?
had that feel like shit could pop off. But it's
Like,
like
it's intense.
Yeah,
and
and
the
it was- and it
only
was-
thing keeping this room calm is the art.
It's the respect, because you be like, yo, niggas ain't.
And
I
niggas
remember
would be
when I
deep.
battled.
Niggas would be deep.
When I battled in the Lions Den and I battled Newborn, they closed us in the barbershop in Harlem. They closed us. The gate came down. We're in the barbershop. Maybe 100 niggas in that barbershop, son. 20 of my Puerto Rican murder Brooklyn niggas is in there. Niggas is like, yo.
niggas on point. Like, yo.
Yo, cool. Niggas say anything crazy, son. Just we turn that shit up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Shout to Lil
It's like
Fame.
that. You know
Shout
what I'm
to
saying?
Lil Fame. Remember when Down went to Battle Rex?
What we doing?
You know what I mean? That's what it is.
I just look at it like I don't know if we could catch.
It was kind of shady in there. It was kind of shady.
But
That's
I
why
feel
that's
comfortable
why I
in
was
that
giving out
setting, bro.
sweatsuits.
I love that setting. Well, I went to Philly. DNA battled Ines. I just went with him. Had on my jewelry on, everything, nigga. It was gutter in there. And they turned around. They're like, oh, damn, cool. You in the crowd with us? I said, yeah, I could see it better here like this than standing up there with a whole bunch of people trying to get on camera.
Right.
I don't care about that. I'm standing in the crowd watching this shit. Niggas just like, yo, that's crazy, son. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, no, it's not. Like, you know, like,
Right.
I'm here. Like, what are you
Right.
talking about? You know, but you know, that also comes because we come from that. We come from that. Like, we could go into an event and it could look shady, and me and Math might give each other the look like, yeah, this some hood shit. But Math not gonna be looking for me to make sure I'm good. I'm not gonna be looking for it's like, all right, nigga, we good. All right, cool. Yeah, we
I
cool.
do that. I do that
You know what
regardless.
I'm saying? It is. We might, you know, you of course you on point, but it ain't leave. I like that environment. You know what I mean? And you know, I know shit is cleaned up now and all that, but what can you do, bro? You know what I mean? With progress comes elevation. You know what I mean?
It's clean, but shit still be happening though. Like, even with the cleanness, I'm like, all right, shit still be. I'm seeing fights happen, bro. I'm seeing the shit. Even from the person that's performing, getting into shit with motherfuckers in the crowd. Like it's a lot of shit that just be happening,
Like
man.
when I got upset over the 100K, like I said, I threw the water bottle. I was pissed off, you know, stormed off set. Wasn't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Who's gonna tell me something? You don't know how that feels, nigga. I just lost $100,000, my nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Take this fucking mic off. I'm going outside right now, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Before I turn up on somebody. It is what it is. You can't relate, nigga, that's your problem, my nigga. You never been somewhere for 100K then. You feel me? You can't judge somebody from that, nigga. You supposed to be that tight. I'm not just brushing that off. Who brushing that off?
This close.
Yeah. So you understand? So you gotta have those emotions, those feelings, that passion, that grit. You don't have that, then what the fuck is you doing this shit for anyway, man? You taking up somebody else's seat that's gonna put in that work the same way.
Right. Well, I guess to a certain extent, getting back to the whole, did you ever think about slapping Sue Surf shit? You can't really, like, obviously, you know, it is what it is, but you can't really take this shit too serious. And that's why music is always gonna be the true outlet. Unless you have like a personal situation that you wanna get off your chest. And those are always the best battles. But other than that, you really can't take this shit too personally.
Because the rest of it is really just a check. The rest of it really is just a check.
Right.
That's why I say
what's with the mainstream, like getting to that mainstream level, because like
it's hard, bro.
For battle rap to get in the mainstream.
All right, so when you
say bitch, we say nigga, we say
listen, but when you say that, though,
we're never gonna get those.
When you say that, people want to start bringing up like
Right or
Eminem
wrong.
and all type of people. Now I'm not talking about dumb battle rappers becoming mean. I'm talking about like y'all, as far as the consistency of what y'all been doing over the years. You wasn't supposed to still be doing this shit. You came on some shit like y'all came to get my buzz up.
Say did with me.
A record executive sent you to get your buzz up, and you came and you still, and this how you made your brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
More bread off that than ever.
exactly. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So all right, now y'all executives, y'all seeing me doing what I'm doing, because even the hip hop artists are fucking with y'all even more. Niggas listen and take bars from y'all
All
even
day.
more. So it's like, why isn't it that niggas can't transition into that mainstream?
I feel like mainstream has changed though. I feel like mainstream has changed. Mainstream is not what it was in the early 2000s where you become an artist and you sell. Mainstream now is just popularity. Whatever you could get your foot in. If Math becomes an actor, that's Math is a mainstream now. If I fucking end up on a Broadway play because somebody sees that, yo, his memory is crazy and he's got this attitude with him and he fits this character that we want to do on Broadway.
Right. And he's perfect.
And we
for
know
it.
he can memorize his lines.
Right.
He's the guy for it.
Right.
And I end up being on Broadway for the next 5 years, but I'm making buku bread because they're like, yo, causing cats. Like whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Causing cats.
You know?
Nobody knows the trouble.
You know what I'm saying? But if it's some shit like that, but get into it, it's just popularity now because there is no formula. Like there is no blueprint no more.
Some of y'all got good music though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been checking out some of the music. I'm like, I can hear this. and getting the features though.
But nobody knows
what I'm
anything
saying?
about. Nobody knows like these record execs. There's no more development.
Yeah,
there's nobody thinking for themselves. It's either you got the numbers or you don't.
Right.
So you can't really
And y'all
stress
making y'all
that.
bread independently. So what's the point in even?
But no, because let's
Listen,
not get
man.
it twisted. Everybody would love to have that level of success, but I think from the outside of it, you don't know what it means to be on that level. I think when you're ready for it, it happens. You find a purpose for it, it happens. But when you push in a direction, especially with battle rap, there's so much dark energy around battle rap. I don't think that that's something that's gonna make it up there. I think it's
But
always
the
gonna
music don't have
stay.
to be battle. The content of the music is not battle. You may be a battle rapper. They may label you a battle rapper, but your music is your music, and it's not battle bars. This
Right.
is songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the Justin Project.
Okay.
Versatility,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing but personal records. A bunch of stuff. Yo, there's a couple people in my life that's gonna be pissed when that shit drops. Bro.
So let's say
know what I'm saying?
this
Like, it's that
project.
personal.
Or your latest project.
Right.
Let's say that right now in real time. Because this is a 2021, these are 2021 projects, right?
Right.
All right. Here it is, I done got this in my background. Battle rap. But here's a solid project. Song, structure, I'm doing my own videos and all this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a following, got the blue checks and all that kind of shit. What's missing?
Who's making the beats?
Who's what?
Matters.
Who's making the beats?
Who's producing the records? How does the record sound? Can it be played on TV? All that shit matters.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that we have.
I hear some songs that sound like,
But sometimes-
I hear some
but
songs that's
sometimes they don't.
radio
My
ready.
brother had-
Right,
no,
but that's
no,
back then.
he went through a formula that was already set to make anybody a star. Everybody got a shot back then. No matter how whack an artist was, he got his shot. He got his single
Why did
played,
Jim not
and
work? He took the same route.
because they made a mockery of him.
Yeah.
And he didn't speak up for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They
like
they
speak
tried to-
Chinese. It's wild disrespectful now. Like now it would come across as like fucked up. You
To
know
be-
what I'm saying?
to be
but
honest,
back then
they-
it didn't fit Rough
They
Riders.
they made Jin Eminem when he should have been Kanye. You dig what I'm saying?
He could have just been
Instead
honest
of
with himself.
representing, like, I'm a Chinese rapper and it's gonna be Chinese this and Chinese that, it should have been, I'm a backpacker.
Yeah, that's it. Like I like to
That's it.
freestyle.
I'm nice.
I'm
That's it.
freestyle. I'm nice,
So
and that's
So
it.
fuck what, I'm Chinese. You know what I mean? So who cares? I'm a this is the type of hip hop I fuck with. You know what I mean?
You know, but these are things that they don't teach you, or they don't even. They just following the formula, and they're like, well, this worked for this person, so let's try this with him.
Right.
You know, now that's why I said there's no formula. There's no. It's either you click or you don't.
Right.
You understand? So I look at it like,
I think there's always a formula.
no, there's a formula, but it's very hard to get to those people that can flip that switch.
You know something I was curious about?
I don't think it depends
even
on
bringing
other
up
people.
Cassidy.
Yeah.
I was curious because it was at a point in time when, and it was the same time, T.I. did the bring them out. It's hard to yell.
When the barrel's in your mouth.
I'm a hustler. So to my knowledge, this is my personal perspective on it. I think T.I.'s situation got cleared as far as the sample.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I'm a hustler got cleared on the end of
It got
Cassidy
cleared.
joint.
It got
did.
cleared.
It got cleared.
So
it was
what?
still in the same vein of that radio record. Like I could go from Bring 'Em Out to I'm a Hustler because it's a good transition.
Yeah, that was a big
Right.
record.
So what happened there? Because like for
But Cass went platinum. Don't
yeah,
get it twisted.
definitely.
He went platinum.
Def-
But also, I'm a Hustler was the second album. That wasn't the first album.
Right.
The first joint that he had with R. Kelly and the shit with Mashonda was the first album.
Right.
The second one, but when I'm a Hustler came out, niggas was gravitating towards it crazy because it was like he had more street shit on the
Right,
second album
right.
that people wanted from him. But that's when he got locked up.
I'm noticing something though. Why are we talking about Cassidy and not talking about Eminem or DMX?
As far as their transition in battle rap, like from battle rap
these
to
are
that.
people that
because
was the
they
vibe.
because they didn't change.
Or
DMX
corrupt. Or Snoop.
DMX came. Remember,
Or Pac.
Puffy told DMX, I can't do nothing. You're not marketable. You too grimy. Puffy told him that. DMX didn't change. And a year later, he was running hip hop and sold 2 platinum albums in the same
Here's
year.
what I gotta ask. Here's what I gotta ask. And I
He didn't fold.
I could never knock Diddy on believing in his formula because his formula worked for
It just
Biggie.
wouldn't have worked with DMX, no.
It wouldn't have worked with DMX. But I have a theory that the Locks' interest in getting off Bad Boy was off the strength of DMX's success. Once they saw that they didn't have to be
Yeah, they didn't have to be shiny suits.
shiny suits,
Right.
and he was part of the team and he was blowing up, they wanted to be over there.
Yeah.
They wanted to be
they was younger.
what that was. Because in a way, what X represented was the opposite of what they represented.
And they was under the same management. It just made sense. It's like, nah, you know
Same home
what?
team.
We rocking here.
It
Right.
was home.
But not to say Puff was against it, because X was all over their projects. He was on May shit. He was on
Kim.
the Lock shit.
Kim
he was on-
album.
Yeah, it's crazy. So these formulas work for them. DMX, Eminem, you name it. These people have battled before. Eminem, like on a level of I'm on stage, I'm part of this competition, I'm actually battling, and he supported battle rap. But on the outside of that, I wanna kind of just change the whole fucking subject because battle rap, music, battle rap, you can kind of like delve into the fantasy shit. Music shit, I feel like as an independent artist, you collect more fans or you're more appealing when you keep it on a level of reality. When you hit people in the heartstring. There's a lot of independent artists that don't have to make a club record.
And that's what I think resolutions, for me personally, I felt like when I made that album, it was about what people were going through last year. Like my resolutions was, all right, cool, like last year was a fucked up year. People lost a lot of lives, people were
2020.
sick, and all that. But the years already passed. It was kind of like a blur. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, all right, cool, what we gonna do? We gonna still complain about this shit? Or we gonna get to it? You know what I mean? And that was the whole mood of the album. The whole mood of the album was, all right, cool, I'm gonna reflect on track 1 of everything that we've been going through. You know what I mean? And then we gonna get back, you know what I'm saying, to regularly scheduled program by the end of the album.
But that's what
you
2020 did. 2020 just pretty much slowed everything down, gave you the opportunity to reflect on your whole life.
If you
Just
ain't
get
figure
things
out
in
no ways
order.
how to make bread during this shit, if you didn't, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? That's on you. You know, and I just felt like when I was listening to music last year, nobody was touching on it. Everyone was still trying to make club records. The clubs are closed. Why the fuck are we making a club record for? All the clubs are closed.
Talk about what's really happening.
You
right
know what I'm
now.
saying? You talk about a private jet. Nobody's flying, bro.
Can we talk about how some people became comfortable with the conditions of 2020?
Let's talk about it.
And they'll never, ever really return to like that regular setting, that going to the clubs and all that shit, because they found other ways to entertain themselves. So there's a market for all this shit now. There's a market for rappers. Okay, let's look at that. Who emerged during 2020 that we could say, yeah, this had nothing to do with the club?
You definitely could go with CJ, Whoopty, right? That was a big record last year. He wasn't in a club.
Right.
That's a club record, but wasn't no clubs open.
Right.
But he tapped into something else.
I think I
Tapped
personally-
into a whole different culture.
I would say Lil Baby, even though prior to this whole
Baby
shit
the
he was
hottest
popping,
nigga
but
out.
when he came out with that record,
Black and white.
Black and White, that transcended.
That's when I became a fan.
And he was consistent with the visuals even during the whole pandemic shit. You know what I'm saying? So like the level that he at right now was like, he figured it out. You know what I'm saying? And that was like a viral situation as opposed to going to the club or going to the bag and features, walkthroughs and all that kind of shit. And I'm like, damn, like he caught my attention on some more other shit.
Right.
Wasn't
And
he up
he's-
there? He was up there for Somebody's recently, he was up there for one of the big speeches or something. You just sit there and like, damn, he's getting invited to these type of events now.
Right.
This
right,
isn't
right.
this isn't a walkthrough. He's going to like NAACP conferences and stuff like that.
right.
It puts him in a whole. I think when Meek came out of jail, he did the whole prison reform.
Right.
It put him in different rooms with different people.
Because of the message that he was delivering.
And after that BLM joint that little baby did, remember he just.
Meek was a battle rapper too. You consider Meek a battle rapper?
Yeah. He stood on the corner, he battled niggas. That's what it takes. Now, was he a good one? I wouldn't say he was, the best, but he did it. It's something that
is different though, bro. Those Philly niggas is different with that shit, bro. Them niggas come with like 1 million raps. They just rap. They ready to rap, my nigga.
But that was New York shit, bro. That's New York shit.
I get you on that. So from my perspective, especially when it comes to like the audition process, bro, Philly was coming through, my nigga, every Friday. And these niggas, they rap, they long-winded, and they consistent. I'm like, yo, this shit's crazy. And I remember meeting Meek, long braids, white tee with the key on the shoestring type shit. Like, before Meek was Meek. And I'm like, yo, these niggas is hungry, bro.
But that's how them Philly
And they
is.
rap. So Meek found a song formula to take his style and put this shit into songs.
Right. Something else I want to address. Shout out to Meek. Shout out to everybody who, because I'm sure there's thousands of rappers that made it musically and battled at some point. You know what I mean? Just to get their skills up. Right. And there's always like, some songs is like fictitious, imaginary competition that you're talking to on the record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is just what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But I noticed something recently. A crime in New York. Murders.
It's the drill.
426.
Right there, man.
The drill.
The year's not over. 426.
They have like 81%.
New York has been down. You know what I mean? We let PA, they was doing they was high up on the murder scale. It was Chicago. How did it get back here?
Because there's no guidance. I feel like
No, I feel like you was right the first time.
What you mean?
It's the drill.
Oh no, it's the drill, but that's what I'm saying. There's no guidance. There's no guidance with it anymore. It's just like they looking at it as clout. Like, yo, I'm ready. Yeah. Like they looking at and they not really like nobody's sitting there saying like, why are you doing this? You're not making any bread like off this. Like it's really for clout. Clout is a drug because it's not even like for no bread. Like it's one thing if somebody's stopping your bread and you're like, yo, I'm gonna pull up on this nigga because he violating that. He fucking up my shit. I can't get no hostings. I can't do certain things. You fucking with my family. All right, cool. And these niggas is just on some shit like you a op.
Well, that's also
But they looking for ops. Like niggas want ops.
and all
Who
that
wants
shit.
ops? Like niggas want ops. Yo, I ain't got no ops.
And they feel that's the way that they gonna get noticed
Fuck
by
you
beefing.
mean, huh?
I think niggas is up. Like, everybody's up.
Niggas is ready.
From beefing.
You can say the littlest thing now.
Oh yeah, and then
They just, now they think
they doing it on some shit like yo, I got the bread for it. My nigga, it is what it is.
myself out, fuck it. I was like, they don't give a fuck. Everybody's up now.
You think so?
Hell
PPP
yeah,
loans?
niggas. PPP loans, all that.
All that shit.
That's a whole nother level.
But there's motherfuckers going to jail for that shit right now.
Yeah, but
But
for
how
that many
does a
motherfuckers going to
PPP
jail.
loan
Look, niggas went to Mexico.
push you to murder?
Mexico.
Why is there murders?
Niggas is up.
But why are they murdering then?
Because they think they free. Like,
They're not thinking about anything, bro.
So I tell you, the root of it is something that's missing from our generation. So as far as the interactions with each other, as far as like whether it's Jackie Raw playing ball or I know you and your cousin is cool with a little nigga from my block type shit, but they respect us and we paying these little niggas attention. So it's like, yo, you got a problem with him? Yo, cool. Little nigga over here got a problem with such and such. We gonna dead that.
Yeah.
There's no more of that type of shit. So now it's like, and plus with the online shit, niggas is beefing online, and it's like when I see you, I'm not fighting. I'm just gonna kill you. They thinking like it's just automatic. Just
Bro,
kill.
because that's not
It's desensitized.
I'm not embarrassing you on your block.
I'm on social
I'm
media.
embarrassing you on all my followers, everybody.
Right.
And you know this. This man right here, you know that. You know how that is. So
And
you
they
like,
making
yo, son, these
songs
niggas
about
talking
it. So now
crazy,
it's in the
son.
songs.
See this nigga?
Yo, you want to get into it?
Let's do
You
it.
want to get into it?
Let's do it. Which one? Which one?
And this is what separates us from the newer generation. It's stories we could sit here and we could talk about niggas saying shit on the internet and what happened after. But you'll never get it. You'll never get it. Because it's not about the clout. It was more about respect. Respect yourself. And stop chasing this clout. This clout shit is, and you know what? The makers of Facebook.
But they be saying online too. They be like,
the
I'ma
makers of
kill
Twitter.
you.
They put it up
Like they don't
there.
understand.
put it
Like
out
they be
there,
like, I'ma
and
kill
they
you
really do it.
online. I be like,
With emojis
Listen.
and all that type of
No, but I want y'all to understand
it's emoji
something.
language too.
The makers of Facebook, they regret creating this thing. The likes and the dopamine reward in your brain. For some people, like for us, we know what it's like to not have it. It's never been, like we could think of more important shit than this because we lived a happy life without it.
Before the internet, yeah.
We know what it's like. But for a kid that came up looking at his mom's, always online, and he's getting older, she's always in her phone, now he's always in the phone, now it's all about likes. This thing becomes the most important thing for him. So when he posts something, if somebody says something, it's like,
attention.
oh.
It's attention. Instant gratification.
No, it hits him even harder. It's like, this is life. This is life. This what's going on right here. This is life.
But to him, he
For
think
them niggas,
right.
this is life.
same thing with the chicks too though. They get their bodies done. They doing certain things. They living a certain lifestyle. They doing all this, and it's really not for nothing but for the clout, for the attention, for the likes.
That's it.
You know.
Some of these chicks is
And then
destroying
when
their
real life-
bodies.
And then when real life hits you, somebody tell you, you're not that pretty.
Yo,
I want to kill myself. Like,
you ever had a conversation
nah,
with one of them?
like it's crazy.
It's
Like,
crazy. Just having conversations with chicks like that.
What's the conversation? Because I can get into that.
That's a whole.
But the thing that I've realized is it's always people who felt like other people didn't find them attractive.
Don't tell them that
You feel
you're
what
not
I'm
all
saying?
of that. Like you said, don't say, oh, you're not all of that. Them likes make her feel like she's all of that.
But not
Like
only
if
she
she
might have
walking
seen
and she
she
wondering
might have
what
seen
you
the
mean,
chick
nigga?
that had that and saw how many likes she got.
Now I gotta have the same thing.
Trying to get those likes. I know women that can't help but put their life on social media. No matter how ridiculous it makes them look, they will go to social media and talk about every fucking thing going on in their household. Like it's fucking
Not
cool.
knowing if they looking messy, not knowing nothing. You be like, yo, this person is like, this
Messy.
person talk too
Messy
much.
as fuck.
I personally detach from social media for a good amount of time because it's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Especially for me, like becoming a father and building an empire where that's gonna create legacies and feed my family. I can't be, especially if I'm not promoting. I usually promote. If I'm not promoting nothing and I ain't got nothing good to say, there's no reason for me to be on it every minute, every day, and not watching my daughter or paying attention to my responsibilities.
But what if you were listening to music that kind of like steered you in that direction? What if Deadbeat Fathers, like there was a hit album for Deadbeat Fathers, and you're just listening to it all day long? Like, would you have a different outlook on it? You know what I mean? Like,
fuck it.
because I feel like that's what's going on with these kids. I mean,
They hearing the drill.
How the fuck, with all these cranes around this city, all this money, the amount of that motherfuckers gotta pay for rent, how the fuck are niggas finding ways to still top the fucking murder rate? Like how?
And to be honest with you, it's not even like niggas is doing bad the way they was doing bad back then, where the murder rate was crazy.
Niggas
It's
don't
not
even
no
have to work
crackheads.
right now to get
You're
money.
not fighting over crack. You're not fighting over blocks. They fighting over likes.
For
son.
likes.
That's different.
The block is on the phone.
But the block, at least back then, was generating
It was
thousands
something-
of dollars
It was something
daily.
tangible that you was getting. Like, you was getting some bread from it, or you was like,
But they making all their money off.
you was building a brand. Like,
Look, there's been certain people that have gotten washed in our presence. Washed, stomped out, beat, whatever it is. It's not online because it's not something that you either want to brag about or something that you want to bring that karma back to you. These little niggas now
They
was on
put
some shit like,
everything online.
yo,
But
son,
think about the music
yo, Space,
content.
turn your phone on, watch this.
yo.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, put it, make sure you save it. Like
But
that's
even-
what it is.
Even in the
Make sure
music,
you save
in the
it.
music, they
Niggas are
spoke about
popular. Yo, you
fighting.
got it? Yeah. Yo, give it to me right now.
to go fight.
What?
In the
Crazy.
music back
Throw
in
it
the day,
up.
they was talking about fighting, like punch a nigga in the face just for living, or snuff a nigga, or stomp a nigga out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't shoot you, kill you. It wasn't all of that.
Nah,
kind
it
of
was
shit.
that too. It was that too.
How rampant was it though? It was a balance though. It wasn't just all that.
What you
Now
mean, like niggas can
No,
get it on?
there
Like,
was-
like niggas
there-
can get it on and then
There
live
was
to
a
see another day?
balance.
I'm just talking about as far as in the music. In the mainstream
No such
music,
thing as a fight.
you
There
would
was
hear
a, there
niggas
was a
talking about
balance amongst
fighting.
the art where you could listen to Onyx, but there was also a Tribe Called
De La
Quest.
Soul.
There was also a De La Soul. There was also a Jungle Brothers.
Right.
There was also, you know what I mean? So many other people that led you in a
Onyx
different
said throw your
direction.
guns in the air.
Right.
Right? I don't really recall him saying about killing another person though. I don't.
You didn't listen to Onyx, did you?
No, I did listen to Onyx. But as far as like,
Take him up, bring him up dead. Shot him
Okay.
up, shot him up.
Boom.
One gun, two gun, three gun, four. You're mine. It's all about crime. I'm next.
okay, good point.
How about some all go?
You like a wall. Yo. Shout out to Fame. Fame was one of the more lyrical shoot you in the head people. You know what I mean? That's my bro. But he was lyrical with that shit. But shit was real. But back
It was
then,
a balance though.
the numbers reflected. Was it the music? Because I saw what happened in Chicago.
Well,
Chicago
look,
drill.
look with Chicago.
Now we got New York drill.
And niggas is living up to what they saying.
Is this what's really doing it? Have we been part of a game this whole time where niggas is like, all you gotta do is put the message in the music and feed it to them, and they'll kill each other.
Yeah, but you know that's the game.
All you gotta
You'll get your
put the
record deal.
message
Talk
in the
about
music,
this and you'll get your record
and
deal.
these women will not value themselves. Is that it?
Bro, they have a thing online where this kid breaks down the history of Chicago drill, right? And he breaks it down to the point where he sits there, he's showing the tweets of King Von and this girl that was a killer, that was killing all the old block people. She was catching all these bodies, and King Von was catching all their bodies on them, right? And they're tweeting each other, "What's up, baby? I'm gonna see you later on tonight." Da da da. And they're talking about killing each other on tweets. This is 2011, 2012, 2013. And then when niggas get died, like if somebody they died, niggas will tweet her, "That was a good one, ma. I ain't gonna lie. Don't worry though. Y'all up one." You know what I'm saying?
a
2 days
game.
later. This is a game, son. This is a, oh, word, you clip my man, that's cool though. But I
see
got
one
you.
of yours, though.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's no value, there's no nothing.
But this is from a perspective of someone who probably grew up feeling like there was never no value. We're
Yeah, they don't
talking
know no
about
better.
we're talking about a city who kind of got past this shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's never gonna
How
get
do we
past
get
it
back,
because
bro?
we have a youth. We have a youth that don't know no better. They're not gonna know their history. They're not gonna go back. All they know is what they know now. And these little niggas, man, if you ain't want to hear nobody telling you shit at a certain age, you
But I
13,
would-
14 years old, like, man, I
fist
want to
fight
hear the old
ways,
head
motherfucker.
nigga.
This ain't back in the days, but you don't hear me though.
I get it. I get it.
It's the
But
truth.
I can say at least this much. I knew the difference between what we doing for rap and what we doing for real life. Like what we did for rap, I can't even say that.
That
Can't
device,
say that.
that device
can't
being
even
able to
say
catch shit in
that.
real
Damn.
time, like you said.
How many times
Damn, son.
how many times did you tell yourself, man, fuck this rap shit right now? I don't want to fuck that rap shit right now, nigga. I'm going to do this.
What was the message at the time?
Get money.
Listen, I gotta say,
The mother lowlands, you sitting here like, yo, man, how much is that?
yeah, let's bust the move.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, fuck it, son. I'm gonna hit a couple niggas and we gonna bust this down, son. We gonna catch these legs. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it's everybody, son. You know what I'm saying? Because your motivation is either two things. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the motivation is money or survival. You understand? That's your motivation, money or survival.
Reputation.
And a lot of the times,
Reputation and respect.
yeah, and your reputation supersedes everything. Especially if how you brought up. You sit there and be like, yo, I done seen niggas get killed for less. Yo, son, that nigga owed me $10. Yo, you shot him? Because it's the principle. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
But at the end of the
Nah.
day,
Like he don't deserve to live because
At the end of the day,
that's not how it should go.
Right.
You
it's
know
a
what
wicked
I'm saying?
mindset.
But see now it's scary because you don't know who's taking this shit too serious. You don't know who's looking to get a like
Well,
off
that's
of
why
you.
everyone's getting clipped because nobody's playing no I'ma find out the hard way. Some rappers get killed every year, son. Like a rapper profession, I think I seen some stuff where they said a rapper and then like you got like a cop as like a rapper has a more risk as your occupation to get shot than an officer. You know, than a detective. And they go out in the street
They go out in the street
fighting
every
crime.
day.
But realistically, it makes more money. And if a cop gets shot, I don't know how much money that makes the police department. If a rapper gets shot, labels guaranteed a platinum project.
Unfortunately.
Systematically,
That's
But not only
systematically,
that,
it's a way that they
but
make
labels
break
put
off death.
a special type of life insurance on rappers. When they pass, it's a really big payout.
Making
I never
bread
heard
off
that.
death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that episode with Crooked Eye.
They making bread
They
off
tell you
death.
about that, but they make a lot of money off of your death.
Right.
That's crazy.
So you think about it, what's really going on? Now I know there were times when we bugged out. I'll even say niggas took it too far over respect and over rap shit. But now that it's a business, like it's really a business. Like Vaughn, you could sign somebody today, like, oh yeah, you Big B, you crippin'. Oh yeah, this nigga's gonna die soon. Yeah, I'ma sign you. Yeah, go make that music. Yeah, take this little bit of
Pump
money,
that shit out.
because it's a little
Yep.
bit of money. But take this little bit of
nice
money
little solid
and
project
just
out.
sit back and wait. And when somebody knock his block off,
Yeah, the
you raking in the dough.
views going
It's
up.
crazy. And that's crazy.
That's how fucked up. Because they ain't taking no life insurances out on no country singer.
But while they here, you
or
don't hear nothing about none of that.
R&B.
It's
They
rap.
only know, like, oh word, you doing a drill, you talking your shit. How many ops you got? Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Somebody gonna
But this
catch
is
up.
the music that they want.
But
This the music they want.
but it's not necessarily the music that it's not necessarily the music that you want. It's what's popularized.
But
Now,
do
if
you
I
think
wanted
it
to
gets
play the
pumped
game
out?
with somebody,
That's what I'm saying. The people, the gatekeepers. That's what they want to popularize.
let me tell you something. This video right now, the views that this gets depends on how many people share it, how many people like it, because they like it, they're gonna share it. But what else it depends on is how often it gets presented to a new audience. And I'm not in control of that. There's someone else in control of that.
However, if you was talking about a bunch of negative, crazy shit, or this is conversation is more growth.
Right.
I would say positive, if anything. But
Right.
if you was talking some other shit about some more talking about the ops and the violence and glorifying it, niggas would share it more. Because this is what they drawn to.
But it's what they programmed to be drawn to.
Yeah, because like Mav could break this 3-hour interview up into 7 interviews, right? But if there's one that's gonna click, it's probably gonna be the one where we talking the most shit.
Right.
Like, let's just be honest.
Like again, like marketing. You ever thought about slapping Sue Surf?
That's going out the window.
Woo! Everybody's gonna watch that. Everybody's gonna watch
You
that.
say this all the time. You show love to a lot of people.
Nobody sees
Nobody sees it, but when Mav
it. As soon as I
talks
say
about
something
somebody,
negative, bro, I be conducting.
Yo.
Niggas don't know this. I be conducting my own little experiments right here in the chair. Nobody will know. And I just see what happens. And I'll be like, wow, this shit is crazy. Like, niggas really will never hear about anything positive, but as soon as there's something negative said, it could be 5 minutes of positive shit and 10 seconds of negative.
All they hear is the negative.
They're gonna hear that negative and respond.
Right. So they look at this like, oh, the old school has something negative to say about the new school.
Haters.
So they
They
gravitate
thinking,
towards
like,
that. That's
the
what
old
they
niggas is
thinking.
haters.
That's what they thinking, right?
yeah.
It's like,
Right.
It's not that.
It's
crazy. Nah.
That's what they was saying.
It's just like where they getting
That's
the
the
bread
perception
from.
to them. It's crazy.
So when I say I'm not in control of how, I am to a certain extent where I can go ham with the promotion.
yeah,
But the majority of the views is gonna come from who this channel or this company that runs this channel or this site decides how many people to put it in front of. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I could make a positive record. People don't gravitate to it. It's not gonna get that extra push, but I can make something super negative and maybe a computer algorithm will recognize that as something to push forward.
Yeah,
because
drill.
it's
It'll go into a
programmed
drill rap. It'll
to
go
it.
into something, and the next thing you know, some battle rap, or some drill diss song, and then next thing you know, suggest Mav Hoffa speaks on drill rap with Cortez. Da, da, da. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you like, it could be a drill rapper we never heard of, but we get against because it's in the same realm.
Right.
You know. I look at those things and I sit there and I've noticed that, man. It's something really bad within our culture. I think that we really feed into the negativity.
I think we need to stop saying it's the culture.
Nah, I'm saying our culture. I'm not saying battle rap culture. I'm saying our culture.
Yeah.
Like us. Because, like a couple weeks ago, Susie said something with his homegirl that Misfit is probably helping me right?
Right.
I watched the interview and I see what he was trying to say. What he was really trying to say was, I'm pretty sure Cor's running his shits through Misfit. If anybody, this is $100K, he's gonna take it serious.
Right, but what was it
But
promoted
the
as?
way it got promoted was like he was saying, Sue Surf says Misfit wrote his rounds for official, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I made one tweet. I said, niggas be having Brotherhood, niggas be having the Bardashians, and I'm talking vaguely to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, everyone, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, it's always been me, Misfit, and Mav, and we don't rock with like a lot of y'all niggas, like, you know what I mean? Right. And that's really because Mav will have a battle and not spit me no rounds. I didn't hear nothing he rapped for Geechee.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It just wasn't. And then sometimes he'll call me and be like, yo, listen to this. But the tweet that comes after it is Hitman.
Right.
Hitman doesn't follow me.
Right.
We
Why?
speak, right?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if he don't follow me after whatever, but whatever. I don't care about that. But Hitman leaves a tweet, right? And this is hours later, and he's like, "Oh, see what I'm saying? This is some goofy shit." Da, da, da. First off, you calling me a goofy? You've known me for 10 years. I'm not a goofy. What the fuck are you talking about, right? But he's like, "Oh, you mentioned in the Brotherhood, bro. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know anything that this tweet? This tweet was directed at Surf.
Right.
Everybody knew it was directed at Surf. For some reason, because it's negativity, it catches your attention. That day, I had a battle drop. That day, I had a battle drop from Grand Rapids, from Flint, Michigan, Grand Rapids.
Right.
A battle drop. You don't see that, right? And let me support that.
Right.
In the official battle, I shout out Hitman and say, I'm like Hitman, I'm only getting up for a bag. You don't acknowledge that. You understand what I'm saying? But you acknowledge a vague tweet. For some reason, I guess he was in his feelings about the Cassidy shit, and everybody was coming at him about that Cassidy shit.
The Brotherhood.
Somehow, yeah, but he thought like I was talking about him. It was just weird.
Now, I meant to ask you about this because one of the things he said in that tweet was say one more word and I'll expose you.
Yeah, that was a corny tweet.
What the fuck was he talking about?
I have no idea. I have no idea what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Cool. You saw a Hitman who got something on you, bro? You gotta let me know. Let me know, son. Let me know. I might be able to go talk to him.
Space. You hear this guy? Mav has done 2-on-2s with me. He knows how I am with lines.
Right, but what I didn't see is your response to me seemed a little too grown up for how immature his was.
Well, it was because I seen all the other tweets where everybody was just coming at him like, bro, what are you talking about? Like my thing was the world doesn't revolve around you, basically, bro. Yeah. Like nobody's talking about you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you have my number. Did he ever use it? No, he didn't use it. You know, he erased the tweets or whatever, and I left it alone. But that's not even the point. Is that people catch on to the negative things and they jump to that. Bro, I shouted you out in the battle. You didn't notice that. You know what I'm saying?
I like that line though.
Huh?
I like that line.
Yeah.
For a bag.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's only the negativity. Like you should have been on social like, yo, Cole, that was a cold line. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have even DM me, yo, what you talk about with the Brotherhood? Or ask niggas in the Brotherhood.
Who's in the Brotherhood?
I don't know who's in it no more. I don't like.
Who was in
you know
it when you was in it?
I mean, everybody that was in the All-Star game. Everybody that was in that All-Star game. That's how it started.
Yeah.
It started in the All-Star game.
Right.
You understand?
I thought it started in a hotel room.
What are you talking about, man?
It didn't start in a hotel room?
No, it started at the All-Star game. That All-Star game that they had before the double impact.
Cool.
I'm positive, nigga. Everybody was in. That's what the group chat was for.
Cause I was looking at you funny for a little while, like you in this Brotherhood shit. That shit started in a hotel room.
Nah,
with a bunch of niggas on ecstasy.
Nah. Yo, give me more of what he's drinking because he's bugging the fuck out right now.
Are you sure?
Man, don't play with me like that.
Look.
Don't play with me like
man,
that.
I'm not gonna judge you.
Don't
I'm
play with me.
never gonna judge you,
Mav.
bro. I don't care. I love you. You my bro.
Nah.
Even if you wanna be my sister, you my bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, nigga.
But that shit didn't start in a hotel room?
No, nigga, it started in
with
the
a bunch of
All-Star
niggas
game.
on ecstasy?
Yo, man, we're gonna have to cut this out. He keep talking like this.
I thought that's what it started at.
Nah.
Well, what would inspire a bunch of black men to form a group to hate on other black men?
I don't think it was. I think people took that completely out of context.
But that's what it became, because it became a secrecy where you don't know who's in it specifically. You just know when niggas stop fucking with you because you messed with one of them. So I take it as it wasn't formed to big each other up. It was more formed to hate on other niggas.
Nah, I take it. Well, I'm not even taking it. I'm telling you what it was. What it was everybody that was in that All-Star game, right? And then everyone conversating.
Right.
Niggas start cracking jokes, whatever, regular shit, right? And then what everyone started realizing was we can get all the information of your contract, what they're paying you, what you doing this, what you doing that. We get the inside scoop on who's lying, who got the bags, who's doing funny business. You understand? And it was more or less like
It's a lot of shady shit.
a little
Sound crazy, right?
Yeah, but you gotta
It does,
understand.
right?
That just sound
But you gotta understand on
Because
how many
it's a bunch of black or minorities plotting on other black and minorities.
But how's that plotting? If you know a league is calling you to say, hey Math, we want you to battle Cassidy. I got 25,000 for you, right? And then he calls you and says, I got 50 for you. Don't tell nobody.
That's whack.
That's whack. Yeah. And you would want to know that.
I'm not mad at that part.
That's all it was.
Not mad at that part of it. But however, that should have been everybody. There's no reason anybody should have been hiding prices. And the only reason a nigga would hide his price
It's
from
in the
somebody
contract.
else is not, no, because niggas don't really honor these fucking contracts. Let's be real. In the 10 years that battle rap has existed with contracts, who has been sued? Nobody.
Yeah.
No one. And there's been plenty violations. It's not happening, right? Norbs is probably the first case after like 12, 13 years, right? Cool. So when that became like, battlers should have been sticking together, but it started becoming battlers stopping other battlers from getting in position, or all battlers hating on somebody who bothered somebody in the group.
Well, where do you see that at?
It became bullying.
Where do you see that at? Like, give me an example of that.
I said something about Hitman on the show, and immediately about 6, 7 other battlers all of a sudden couldn't do the show. Nobody called me like a grown man about nothing. And they don't have to. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But the other ones deciding we can't support what you doing no more because you said something he don't like.
Well, that was the whole thing too, though, because those conversations had happened. But I would jump in those conversations too. It's always be two sides of the story. It wouldn't be like, and I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying in general, like, it wouldn't be just niggas hating on Hoffa. Niggas is gonna talk about what you said. You know what I'm saying? And then, like if I jump in the chat and I would say that, and or niggas would come to me.
Right.
Like, yo, Cole, your man said this, this, and this. Now I gotta go watch something. Or not even outside of the Brotherhood. There's other conversations from other people that made calls.
Right.
Or whatever. So that's gonna happen though.
Right.
You understand? That's gonna happen. You're putting something on a public forum. You're making an opinion about somebody. And somebody could have called you, but it goes two ways too. If you know that person's number, you could call that person and tell them how you feel.
Right.
You choose as a media outlet now, you know that your opinion is gonna rub some people the right way and the wrong way.
Right.
That's your job now.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're comfortable with that?
I'm very comfortable
You
with
can't be mad at it then.
because I'm a man.
All right, so
It's just shit people say don't.
So was that hypothetical, or are you admitting that you in the Brotherhood?
no, I was in that shit, but
you
I'm
was
not
in
in
it?
it after that easy battle.
Oh, okay.
What
after
happened?
that easy battle,
What happened exactly?
well, in the easy battle, to be honest with you, I wasn't in the chat after a while like that. Like, it was just too much. Yo, bro, you go in the chat and it's mad days. So, they was always on some shit like, yo, if niggas ain't active in here or something like that,
here.
they would just make a new chat. That's cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't really that active in the chat like that because I just be busy, bro. I'm not, you know what I mean? Certain days niggas be cracking jokes and all that.
Right.
But after the easy battle, and I seen how my peers talked about me in the chat, it wasn't funny to me. It wasn't cool to me. Because me personally, Cortez, I don't throw no hate on nobody, bro. You can't really ever say Cortez hated on somebody in the whole 12 plus years I've been in this shit. If you can tell me I've literally hated on somebody or did bad business or shitted on somebody or backed out of a battle and fucked someone over,
Right.
pull my card.
So basically, the members of the Brotherhood And I noticed this when you battle Rum, they would be in the chat saying funny shit about you.
But the recent one?
The last one, the first one. And then the Easy was the last straw because they would be in the chat while Cortez is rapping.
And that's influencing the fan vote that influences other things. Like, you know, like if I'm a fan of battle rap and I see my favorite battle rapper saying this about him, I'm gonna try to get his you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to interact with my favorite battle rapper. So yeah, this nigga's trash. You know, you trying to just look for clout and get interact. And what it's doing is making everybody just it becomes a roller coaster effect. You know what I'm saying? But like I say all the time though, I feel like that comes full circle. What you give out is what you get. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like last year, cool. That shit happened to me. I seen what it was. I spoke to certain individuals that I felt, you know, definitely should have been a part of it. You know what I'm saying? After that, you know what I mean? I moved how I moved accordingly. And those same individuals, you see that shit comes back to them. Because when they get the hate, they can't handle it. When they get shitted on, they can't handle it.
They can't handle a lot of shit, man.
You know, so...
You get up there and you start telling the truth about some of these situations. I know these niggas be in they crib like punching pillows and shit, man. Punching holes in the wall. That shit is crazy.
When you say you're funny niggas.
Nah, that shit sound weird to me though, man. It's like you don't even want to get cool with a nigga, cause like, nigga, you getting close to me and then it's like,
don't it sound like high school? Don't it sound like? It sound like the popular girls in high school.
That shit is like.
And I was very surprised that you became a part of that, Cortez. Very surprised.
But see how y'all can communicate though? Nah, real talk. See how y'all can communicate? Y'all got something beyond the battle rap shit.
Right.
It ain't like y'all just clicked up in this shit and now it's like.
And don't get it twisted. We don't agree on a lot of shit.
Of course, but that's man shit. That's
I definitely didn't agree. When I found out about the Brotherhood, I was like, yo, Cortez, you in that shit? Because it's like, I know who's in it.
But also, niggas was making it more than what it was.
He ain't taking no weight, but about you calling and questioning, because you call him directly, right or wrong.
Yeah.
You ain't go to social media or you ain't go to a whole nother.
I noticed the domino effect, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on? Yo, cool.
Nah, I'm just gonna just talk to
you.
you.
It's certain dynamics,
right? These niggas, man.
Speak to me, yo.
You know what I mean?
Like, what they saying, bro?
But you gotta understand. But you gotta also understand too, what people made it seem and what it was is not that. It's not that. Like, you know what I mean?
It is that now. No. You know that, right?
I don't know. I don't
pay
attention
now.
to it now.
It's the hotel room with the ecstasy. You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing, bro?
Niggas getting niggas drugged up just to see what type of information.
Nah. Niggas not gonna play.
Let me tell you something.
Yo, listen, man.
If you think some of them dudes ain't getting pounded, bro,
man, he's bugging out right now.
He's
bugging now. He's bugging the fuck out right now, son. Come on. You disrespecting niggas' manhood, son.
My nigga.
He's disrespecting.
You really think that's like, no, I mean.
What?
Like for real, bro?
Mav is wilding right now. He is wilding. Yo.
That's crazy.
No more Henny for him.
It ain't about the Henny, bro. You can see the tendencies in certain people.
If you're not gonna name them.
I don't look. It's not. I already learned like a long time ago. It's not right to bring somebody out the closet. They gotta come out when they ready.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I know like
right
no Vaughn.
Yo, Vaughn.
Nah, leave it at that, bro. Like leave it at that. Like
look,
that's all
he's bugging. He's bugging. He's out of line.
You just never know.
I'm just saying, but overall, I think it got some lines got to be drawn. Some lines got to be drawn between the judging, this whole fan favorite type shit. Like
spooky. Right?
Everybody got to be giving like their fair chance. You know what I'm saying? And get back to the talent shit, man. Get back to the talent shit.
Stop all this brotherhood and say what it is, bro. You know what I mean?
It's fake camaraderie. It's a lot of fake camaraderie.
I mean, there's always gonna be fake camaraderie. There's always gonna be fake camaraderie. You know, you know, like on a serious note, like I said, like, you know, I just look at it as a certain way. Like, all right, cool. You know, if it was for information, for us to educate ourselves, learn what kind of bags is going on, certain things, That's good. That's useful.
Right. But you don't think battle rappers should be doing that for each other regardless?
Yeah, but they don't do that. Come on, son.
Period.
Math. I'm not gonna
People-
expose Math.
the people like the people in the Brotherhood don't do that.
Math, you didn't put me on one
what?
time.
On what? Call me out on it. Call me out.
You don't
on
want
it.
me to do this?
Yes, I do. I do.
Me and you versus NWX.
Uh-huh.
And you negotiated something without me.
Right.
And when I called you and found out, you was like, you get what you negotiate, Core.
Mm-hmm.
And
I told you that before that, right?
No, you told me after the battle and after I found out you was getting a percentage.
Realistically, let me ask you.
Because
Core.
I got the wrong text.
If a nigga
he
calls
was supposed to get the text and the nigga
calls
texted me.
you, hold on. If a nigga calls you to negotiate a separate
And then
price,
they said it in
hold
the
on, hold
battle.
on. If he calls,
K-Sound and D, they said it in the battle. They like, you the type to get a little something and not put your man on. And then I was like, yo, nigga, that's what you did.
No, that's not what I did.
Yeah, now we get into
I'ma keep it real.
Now we get into
I'm
it.
gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 because if a nigga calls you to negotiate a separate price on a 2-on-2, good.
Yeah.
A nigga calls you to negotiate a separate price on the 2-on-2. That wouldn't make your antennas go up.
How would you know it's a separate price?
Because he called me about my price.
Mm-hmm.
You was already settled.
He called me and said no.
Right. Rewind that.
Okay, but
You'll find there's more to find.
But you didn't negotiate a price. What you negotiated was an extra incentive
Exactly.
on the battle.
Because I knew that this battle was going to do numbers.
Mm-hmm. But why wouldn't you still say, nah, hey, what I'm getting, you got to give core, or we got to break them off on something? Because when we got called for another 2-on-2.
I don't know what you negotiated.
But when we called for another 2-on-2 and we had to take a pay cut, I was on some shit like, I'm going to take the pay cut for my man.
You had to take a pay cut? For what?
Another 2-on-2.
For what?
Your return, Math.
You took a pay cut?
Do you remember what we got paid for that one?
Yeah, it was chump change.
Okay. And you remember, I was like, oh, I don't really want to do this shit.
Let's get it clear. Chump change.
It's still a different bracket.
It's still a different bracket, but
yeah.
Like there's probably like a mad battlers that you see on Caffeine that would be happy to get that. So
yeah, but the thing was, when it was presented to me, it was like, your man ain't been here for so long. This is what we got for y'all. Take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger picture was my man getting that look again.
Right.
The bigger picture was Millie Rock.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a moment.
Right.
That's on all the trailers.
Right.
That's on everything.
Right.
But if I was a bozo, or if I was just a stubborn nigga, I'd have been on some shit like, yo, I ain't taking that shit. So I don't want my man
realistically, how do I know what you negotiated?
You could just ask me.
Did you ask me?
Because I was under the impression we was getting the same thing. Usually with 2-on-2s, the opponents get the same thing, correct?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying like a basis for the most part, from what you know, from what I know, with 2-on-2s.
No.
The people don't get the same thing.
No.
You know that.
I know that.
For a numerous amount of battles, like you just know, like somebody else will get paid more than
I just know
another.
if it's negotiated separately, it's not the same price.
That you just say that.
I just see that. I know it's not.
So besides that battle, you and I have gotten paid the same with all our 2-on-2s, correct?
Besides John?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know for that return.
I know the price that you told me for the other situations because you dealt with it. But for that, since he called me separately, I didn't know.
So if you would have heard that I made extra money on the other ones.
Wouldn't have been mad at you.
Okay.
Because you figured out how to get it.
Okay.
Now, I would have been mad if I wrote most of the battle and didn't get none of that chicken.
What are you insinuating here?
That's what I would have been mad about.
Okay. What
You
is he
understand?
insinuating here?
You understand?
What are you insinuating?
But
Hitman?
you
What are
understand what
insinuating?
You understand what I'm
Sean
saying, right?
Marion,
You
ugly with
understand?
the shot.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Shook the room.
That was a
like,
good
yo,
one.
yo, we gotta
Yo.
scratch that, man. I'm like, yo, son.
Nah,
that's
I
gonna
didn't say
shake the room.
no. I didn't say you
Shake
gotta
the
scratch
room.
it. I
You
said
like-
I don't know, Core.
You say
You're
it.
gonna have to say that one.
Shook the room. He's like, what the fuck? I said,
But I kind of knew what it was gonna be. But no, realistically,
yeah, because like for the return, that whole second round is damn near math. And I was battling twice that day. So math was like, you're going to get 2 bags, nigga. You're gonna go do a 1 rounder later on too. You know what I'm saying? So math covered that ground. On
realistically,
yeah,
I
you
put in
covered
a
the
lot
ground.
of work
Yeah.
for that one, and we got paid evenly.
Yeah.
So we even. On
Oh no,
whatever.
look.
We even.
We're even. Trust me, we're even. We're even. I learned the first time.
But look,
I
this
learned
is
the
what I'm
first
saying.
time.
Like, there was a lot of things I put you on to, as far as like negotiating and all that shit, certain shit. So if you turn around and use the shit on me, I'm not mad at you, bro. I'm not mad at you. But if I wrote most of that shit, and
We
you got
even.
paid more than me.
We even.
You owe me. You
even.
owe me. That's all I gotta say.
We even.
You owe me. You owe me. You owe me. That's it. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
But nah. When it comes to business and friendship, it can get twisted. Now I'm never gonna put you in a position where, yo, this nigga Cortez getting 50 cents. I'm getting like $100,000. It's never gonna be like that. In that first situation, I just didn't know what you negotiated. And with John, I was introducing something new into his mind, like, well, you ever thought about doing this? Because I need a certain amount. You dig what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
But was it, all right, well, it
Now
goes.
keep it real. Was it ever uneven after that?
No, I don't know, because I negotiated that.
Right.
No, I'm being honest.
And I
with
let
you.
that be.
No, I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass serious. No. You wrote most of it, yeah. 'Cause I wasn't gonna go through all that
Alright,
again.
cool.
I'm like, what? Nah, nigga. Tell me what I need to know. Nigga.
We wrapping up? All right, I got a question. You meet a bad chick. She's bad. Why you laughing? You meet a bad chick. She's bad, right? Finally get her all alone after a couple dates. You know what I'm saying? She's smelling good. She got the mini skirt on with no drawers. Want to get it popping. But she lets you know, yo, I got in a car accident a while ago.
So wait for a moment right here.
No, I'm just saying.
You up?
Got a car accident a while ago, and these ain't my real teeth.
So?
Hold on.
Yo.
So you like, all right, cool. So then she asks you, do you want head with the teeth?
I had a feeling it was going that way.
Or head without the teeth?
Yo, man, listen.
Yo.
I'm trying to see how I go with just straight gums for a little bit. I got it with teeth plenty of times.
What you say?
Yo, you know what? Let's roll the dice,
got
man.
no-
Take them
never
shits
got
out.
no
Let's see
gums
what's going
before.
on.
So you would sit there,
Honestly, the teeth gonna come out on the meat.
the teeth gonna come out on it.
Why not? Fuck it.
So you would sit there while she,
Nah. I don't want to
Put 'em
look.
on the
I'm gonna be like,
table.
yo,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna be like, yo, remove your items when
Gotta
you
cut the light
but
out.
I don't gotta
Cut
look.
the
Yeah.
light out.
all right, so I got another question,
Yo,
right?
this is crazy.
If you like it,
Yo.
if you like it,
Straight like that all the time.
would you be comfortable with her walking around without the teeth?
Nah. She gotta put them in. You bugging, man. You bugging, man.
So-
I gotta stand it. I gotta
And that nigga ain't
uphold.
telling nobody about
So the
that.
teeth is only there to look a certain way,
Yeah.
but
she's
in
bad.
reality,
She's bad, right? All right, she's bad.
you don't want the teeth.
Yo.
No.
This is
Only for
leading up to
only for the
something.
I'm just
wops.
asking.
Only for the wops.
All right, let's say you with her, right?
Oh boy.
For like a year and a half. Relationship is terrible. She don't know how to communicate nothing. But them gums
It's
is
crazy.
it. You break up with her, right? Hold on, you break up with her, right? And one day, you on a train. And there's an old lady
Yo.
sitting across from you. And she's flirting with you. She start flirting like, yo, you're a handsome young man.
And you just see that, and they thinking like, yo,
You start
And
thinking
you
about
peep. And you peep.
she got the
She don't
fake
got no
Joe, she
teeth.
got the Jones, she got the jibs.
What you gonna do?
Nah.
She
gonna
ain't got baby
holler?
girl technique. Baby girl technique must have been down pat. You
But you're an
can't.
OG.
You're OG though.
Man, you
Nah,
can't
I'm
assume
good,
that
bro.
shit.
I'm saying.
No
I'm
Henny
good.
in your system or nothing?
Bro, you
What
know,
if you liked it too much?
I'ma just tell her,
What
I'ma
if
tell
you
Shorty I
liked it
miss
too
her.
much?
I'ma just hit the other Shorty up like, yo, ma, I miss you. I'ma hit her run some game.
What if it's a rap?
You don't want
Like,
to try nothing new?
like she died in a car accident.
Nah, nigga, it's
So
a
what-
love, son. Not no old lady.
I so look, so I cool. What if one day you walking and the crackhead that live on your
Nah,
block?
nah, he's wildin'. Nah, he's
I'm
wildin'.
just saying.
Was the camera on?
What
straight?
if
He
you
said, yo,
liked
yo,
it?
Like I still
What,
get hit
but
with
what
my
if you
crackhead.
liked it too much? What happens? You telling me you ain't gonna be looking at everybody that don't got teeth?
No.
Like, yo, that could be it right there. I could get it back.
My thing is
You ain't
about
gonna be
my,
thinking like that?
No,
Your craziest experience came with a chick with no teeth. That's crazy.
Break the science? You get used to certain things.
Everybody with no teeth is probably not as good as her.
yeah,
And she
son.
looked good. The first chick looked good, you said. Like,
Then he said grandma.
grandma
right?
chick ain't not look good.
That don't look good
I'm
to
saying
me.
it's a
Right.
pit.
Talent level. It's not the. It's not
Yeah, it's the talent level.
So think about how much talent.
You attracted to her.
Think about how much talent a toothless crackhead got.
Oh my God.
Like you, if that's the case. Think
Nah,
how
I'm
much
good, nigga.
talent.
That's disease, nigga.
That's disease.
Yeah, you ain't
That's
get
disease,
turned on by
nigga.
that.
A crackhead, nigga, straight gum. That's all blood. That's veins. Nah, I'm good,
And you
nigga. I'm not
looking
trying to get
awful.
nothing, boy. You bugging out, son.
What if the crackhead is shorty on?
So what?
What if the crackhead is shorty on?
Nah, it's even
This
worse.
nigga's
I'll tell you something. Yo, I'll tell you a funny story. Hold on. My cousin back in the day, he just came home from jail. He was bitten. He was bitten at my crib, right? So he's staying with me at my crib, right? So I was a bachelor at the time.
You said he was bitten?
Like he just came home from doing 7.
Uh-huh.
Came to an older brother.
Right.
So like he was staying in my crib.
Right.
All right, cool. Paroling.
Okay.
So, boom, I had this little joint pull up from like out of town that I had bagged or whatever, right? Like on MySpace or some shit. She was bad. And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got my cousin here, you know, my son just came home from jail and shit like that, you ain't got no little homegirls. She said, oh, I got my aunt.
Oh man.
So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Pull up. So they come down from CT. They come to the crib. The aunt looked like a crackhead, nigga. Right? Now my joint is bad. And I'm already on a mission. I'm like, yo, cuz, it's
on
my
you.
crib. I got some pussy lined up tonight. It's Saturday. It's lit. I don't even have to leave the crib. I'm just going to get a bottle. She pulling up.
I need to take
But
that
when
out.
when her aunt came, she was looking hit, nigga, and her aunt was like fidgety, like fidgety, like I was like, damn, this bitch might steal something out the crib, like type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, yo, cuz. And then I'm like, yo, you good though? Like I'm still trying to smash
nigga like
her.
8 years,
and he's
though.
looking at me like,
Bro, I'm about to take this L.
yeah. So I'm like, yo, look. Try to talk to her, you know, feel out. I'm gonna go to the liquor store with the joint. So me and the joint go to the liquor store. My cousin calls me like 10 minutes into us walking to the. He's like, nah, son, I can't do it, son. Like nah, son, I'm gonna just get one of my pornos and go to my sister crib or something, nigga.
Right.
I can't do this.
Right.
I was like, nigga, you ain't getting no puss, nigga. Like you just came home like 2 days ago. Like he was like, nah, nigga, just can't do it. And then when I
She was
really
that bad.
realized. Yeah, but then when I really realized what I was trying to make it, I was like, nah, Cole, I'm fucked up for this. Nigga, like, yeah, like. So then Shorty left. They both left because she wasn't getting no action. So I said, yeah, man, you just come dolo next
Yeah,
time.
but she shouldn't have brought that.
So, but what if your joint
Yeah,
fell
shit,
asleep
she should've came with
and the
her.
aunt was still up? What if your joint fell
Nah,
asleep
it's
and
over.
the aunt
Nah,
was still
it's
up?
over. Nah, you bugging.
Yo, niggas be fronting, bro. Niggas be fronting. They know around 3 a.m. Some real,
Yo, was
some
this
real
question
fucked
part
up
of the
decisions
drink?
get made.
Was this
bro.
a part of the game? The question and
No,
the
I'm
drink
just
shit?
saying. No, it's yo, I'm starting this game right. I'm gonna have people sitting
I thought
around.
this
It's
was-
gonna be ridiculous ass shit, and everybody gonna be drinking, and it's just gonna be fucked up questions like that. But nah, bro, 3 a.m. Some crazy decisions get made, bro.
3 a.m. crazy
Not no
decisions
old
do get
ass
made, but
ladies
not
and
no old ass
crackheads.
lady, nigga. See, math
never
is
know.
different.
Never know.
Math
I'm
is
just saying.
different.
You never know,
Math
bro.
is different. Let me tell you, math is different. That's all I'm gonna say.
He said math is different. Hey, man.
Toast to that.
Toast to that. Toast to life, experiences. You ain't even got no drink, bro. Like, what happened to you, man? You was drinking Red Bull? This is gas shit, bro.
He couldn't eat the Doritos.
I don't know what number episode this is, but hope y'all enjoyed. King Shaven. Shout out to King Shaven. Shout out to my man Space Ghost. Shout out to Vaughn Jeff. Shout out to Moody. Shout out to the legend Cortez.
Gang
in the
Gang
motherfucking
Resolutions out.
building.
Make sure you download that album, man.
You heard.
Cop some merch, man, on CortezBodega.com.
Justin Project on the way. You got some new Buddha Chief or anything you wanna?
Yeah, look out for Buddha Chief. Look out for Buddha Chief. I'm about to change. I'm about to take on the whole Buddha Chief persona. So
Yeah?
get ready for that. Yeah, that's what's coming.
And Moody.
Follow the TaylorMade Lifestyle LC on IG.
Mm-hmm.
Purchase you some merch. Got the sweatsuits and all that good stuff. So.
And we out.
This Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm